Yeah. Yeah. Huh. It's on the mic, yeah. Zo in the zone, breaking down plays like I'm coaching from home. Women's game, rise and call it throne for the queens. I'm the conduit, connecting courts with big screens. iamzomedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defender, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past to the rookies today, I document the journey, every bounce, every play. Respect on their name, they redefine the trail. Prince with Zo Media, telling stories regale. Zo Media, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand.
What's good? What's good? What's good? Appreciate y'all for pulling up on a Saturday. You could be doing anything else, but you here with your boy. Because we about to get into some Chicago Sky film study. Again, throughout the season, we'll be titling these episodes Behind the Tape. So make sure y'all stay tuned in, locked in. We're going to be breaking down today Chicago Sky versus Brazil's game from yesterday at LSU. And shout out to Louisiana. Man, shout out to everybody who's been hitting me up. Appreciate all the love. Share, like, subscribe. But again, welcome to the first episode of Beyond the Game.
It's Prince on the court. Call me Zo Media. Breaking down plays like encyclopedia. Basketball IQ off the meter. Highlight reels. Nobody sweeter. I'm the coach with the lens. No pretender.
What's good? What's good? Shout out to Dre Stewart. What's going on? Shout out to Reddit, Milky Way, MJ, Skullbrain Nation, ST13. What's going on? Scrub Zero, Bree. What's going on, everybody out there? Make sure you like the video as you come in. Make sure you like the video as you exit. If you're just popping in just to see what's up, just like it on your way out. If you're not a member of iamzomedia family, make sure you go to my page, click the join button, select one of the 4 tiers, and become a member of iamzomedia in the fam. Yes, Cheyenne Sellers was cut by the Valkyrie today. I'm predicting it has something to do with her knee. I don't think it's as healed as we all would like it to be. I think something's medically wrong with her knee. I'm guessing a tissue issue. It has, because it isn't a bone structure, because she will be walking funny if it had to be a bone structure. So I'm expecting something to come out in the coming days about Cheyenne Sellers and something having to do with tissue damage or whatever like that. Again, that can be very career ending. Tissue damage. Dwayne Wade went through it his last couple years in the NBA as well. Chicago Sky did cut Sammy Perez, Ariella Garantes, and man, Jackson State's very own, who I had high hopes for, Tilly Bowler. I had high hopes for her. I like her skill set. I like what she can bring to a team. For all 3 of those young ladies, even Cheyenne Sellers, again, because we don't know the full details, being cut after the first preseason game does give them the opportunity to perhaps be scouted by other teams. Now that they're on waiver wires, teams just have to claim them, add them to their preseason roster, give them a chance. So I do like, if a team knows you're not going to make the 12 lady roster, cut them early. It ain't a bad thing. Look, it ain't a bad thing to get cut early. It's a bad thing when you get cut late, now most teams have kind of finalized their roster, brought in some waiver wire players. It's a good thing to get cut early. It's a good team. It's a good thing to get cut early. That way you can kind of cycle in with other teams. So, but Tilly was one of those that I had high hopes for. I just like the way that the players reacted to her. So, again, maybe tylermarsh felt like they had enough at what she could give as far as kind of like that wing position. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what that looks like. We'll see what that looks like. But what's going on, everybody? And welcome in to the first episode of Behind the Tape. We'll be doing this all season long, breaking down game by game. So hopefully the day after the game, we'll be diving back in to the previous day's game. Today we will be diving into Chicago Sky versus the Brazil national team. Just looking at a few things, seeing what's going on, man. But what's going on, everybody? What's going on, AB? What's going on, Tulip? What's going on, Aisha? Man, look, Nadira Gant, what's going on? What's going on? Again, let's get to this, though, man. Because I don't want to keep y'all all day, right? Let's get to this, though. If there's an important question, you already know what to do. Send through the super chat. Again, share, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Again, share this on your Instagrams, your Facebook, your X's, all of that. What's going on, Styles Black? Shout out to the Aces Nation. We're going to get that championship this year, Styles Black. We're going to get that championship, man. We're going to get that championship. But, man, let's get to this. Again, I really went back earlier today. I watched the Sky versus Brazil game 3 times just to make sure. I wanted to not leave out like certain, little affirmations, details, and things like that. So I went through it like 3 times just to see if I didn't miss anything. There are some things that tylermarsh does need to clean up. Again, I don't look at film and say who they're playing against. I look at film and say, what can we do better? What are things that we can lean on during the regular season? And what are things that make us us? So when I look at film, I'm not looking at what the other team does well, because you don't play that team every night. And I get that was in the WNBA team they played yesterday. Some of the young ladies are actually going to college this year. But again, I look at specifically when I do film study, specifically what the team that I am viewing is doing on the court. So let's get to this, though, man. And again, any important questions y'all have throughout the video content, just send through a super chat. If you're not a member of the channel, make sure you become a member, man. Make sure you become a member. Some great perks go with that. Like the video as you come in, though. But let's get to this. Again, first play of the game. Angelreese's ability to be able to put the ball on the floor is going to be so important to open up the game for those around her. Because her play style is so gravitational for defenses that her ability to put the ball on the floor at a high clip, not a moderate clip, but a high clip, is going to be important. Again, if you watch yesterday's game, one of tylermarsh's angles is to keep the floor balanced, keep it spread. If we look at this is the first play of the game. If we look at it, they're running a high-low, two in each corner. Point up top, you got Angel Reese at the high elbow. You got Camilla lower block. They're just running a basic. This is a simple, basic high-low play. Most teams run this. Again, yesterday tylermarsh didn't really even run a lot of sets. It was kind of just like free flowing. Just keep the floor spread. In training camp, he was like, "Hey, first preseason game. Let's just keep the floor spread. Let's keep it balanced. Let's always keep shooters on the wing or in the corner. I'll let y'all choose where y'all go. And let's just keep the ball moving." And that's what it looked like yesterday. So they did a great job yesterday at that. Let's just keep the ball moving and see if we can build off of that. It's all about chemistry in the preseason. Let's get that chemistry down in the preseason. So if we look at this play, you just got high-low, hand off to Angel Reese, and she just takes it. Honestly, look, see this right here. This right here, I hate to recall other videos. I forgot who it was said. I was throwing shade at Angel Reese for her limited package. This is why it's so important. ISO package for great players, because now you have go-to moves. So during the regular season, if Angel Reese is going to be catching the ball at the high post, you want her to have options to go to depending on who's guarding her. This is a younger player. You can take advantage of them with a quick first step. You can take advantage of them with strength. You can take advantage of them with angles. So that's 3 ways. When a young player is guarding you who really hasn't figured out defense yet, Angel is in a good position. She's squared up at the rim. The defender is actually in good defensive position. But again, younger players, you can garner more opportunities against them with just quick first steps, strength, or just being able to utilize angles that they're not used to defending. Because coming out of high school, players drive kick penetration, they in and out steps, they step throughs are different. When you get to the next level, they start improving, because then it becomes all about footwork and not just quickness. So being able to take advantage of younger players at this level is very important for players like Angel Reese and Kamilla, right? Just trying to find a groove in the league. So her ability, this is basically basically a 4-1 flat. This is literally a 4-1 flat. Vandersloot hands it off to Angel Reese. Angel Reese goes one-on-one. Kamilla's in the dunker spot. You got 2 in each corner. Ariel Atkins is in your short corner. Your short corner is always where the ball is. Ariel Atkins is in your short corner. You got Kia Nurse as your swing man. So again, Vandersloot just hands off, get out the way. Angel Reese is in good position. She can actually go to, if she has a go-to package, she can utilize it right now in this moment. The defender is in good position, but Angel Reese will be able to, because she's a little more experienced at this game of basketball, this thing we call basketball. So as you look, it's just quick drive. This right here for Angel Reese, for her to be consistent, super consistent at dribble drive penetration, her angles are going to be so important. And you can tell she really focused on, and y'all probably heard me talk about angles a lot when it comes to Angel Reese and her opportunities in the lane with missed layups and stuff. Laying the ball up is really about angles and leverage. Where can I get the angle? Can I come at a good angle? And what does my leverage look like? So for someone like Angel Reese, who's strong, who's kind of like savvy, who's kind of like plays bully ball when their drive kick penetration is going on, angles is going to be so important. And if you look at this play, you see how this defender is. Look, you got the defender off their grid. It's called off the grid, right? Look how they're guarding her. This is either you ever hear coach say, when you drive, give the defender 2 options: let you score or foul. They don't get no contest shot. No, let you score or foul. And for Angel Reese, the way she drives with that kind of bully ball mentality, her ability to get you off balance just by utilizing her width. Angel does have wide shoulders. She has wide hips. So her ability to just use her lower body to create space is going to be so important when we think about her being consistent with layups. It's going to be so important. So when you look at this play, Angel Reese drives, shoulder down, utilize your wide shoulders, utilize your hips, create space. Either they're gonna let you draw, either they're gonna let you lay it up, or they draw a foul. And it's just simple. It's just simple mathematically. Like put the onus on them to actually play defense. Again, this is a set. I know yesterday I didn't think Tylermarsh ran sex yesterday that much, but you got 2 great screeners in Kamilla and Angel Reese. This is called a double horn. Now, what I will say, Tylermarsh, in order for this double horn screen to be very efficient, you're going to have to work on getting Angel Reese and Kamilla to 1, be patient when they set the screen, 2, set solid screens, and 3, know what you're doing once the ball curls. So in a double horn, you're basically setting double high screens. The point guard gets to decide, am I going to split the screen? Am I going to curl? Am I going to step back, hit you in the dunker spot? Like, double horn, you got so many options, but you need a smart point guard. So Vandersloot is the perfect point guard to run a double screen with because she's smart. A double screen gives you so many options because it creates unbalance in the defense, especially at the high post. It creates so much unbalance. So in a double screen, and this happened multiple times. They actually ran it multiple times. I got a couple other plays. Vandersloot's ability to dictate. Remember, I talked about this off season of why I wanted Sundell. Look at what Vandersloot is doing before the double screen is even in place. She's pointing people in direction. She's telling Ariel Atkins, go to the other sharp corner. Like this is one of the reasons that I wanted Sundell, Serena Sundell out of Kansas State, because of what she can bring to just be in control of an offense, getting you in the right spots, and just her ability to just say, this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to do it. So Vandersloot is running the double screen high with Angel Reese and Camilla, which I like. I love it. I love it. But see how it's set? You see, this is, again, Tyler Marsh. If you're watching film, you got to clean this up. You can't let them get into a double screen action this late. Camilla, you have to know where you're going. Like, you have to know where you're going. If you watch Camilla on this play, she's actually confused because she's about to go to the dunker spot. If they're going to run a double screen, Camilla has to know where she's going automatically. She was confused. So Tyler Marsh, get in the film with them and let's clean this up. We're gonna run through it one more time. We're gonna run through it one more time. Watch how Camilla's confused. Look, she's about to go to the dunker spot. Then she realizes Angel Reese is setting the double screen and she turns back around. Watch this. Watch this. Look, she's confused. But look, you got to get into it early though. You got to get into it early though. You got to get into it early because you can do so many different actions off of it. So if one pass into there, you got another action. I know y'all talk about this first option, second option, third option. It's really actions, it's not options. Journalists created this option thing just to let fans know who was in charge of taking which shot. So again, it's like it's really simple. It's really simple. So you got double horn action, top of the screen. See right here, Camilla, you got look, Camilla, you gotta get deeper. Vandersloot is high. That means the defense is stretched. You gotta get deeper on the double horn. Angel sets the first double horn side screen, so she slows her up, right? Camilla, the ball not even in 5 feet of you. You got to get here. You got to get right here and set this so Vandersloot can curl off of the screen, and perhaps you can just flash down middle. You got to get deeper. You got to get deeper. So hopefully in film study, it's double horn is a very unique and specific kind of set. And it takes a while, especially for screeners, to kind of get into it. So if I'm Tyler Marsh, you gotta get in the film with them. You gotta get on the court with them. And be like, hey, nah, you can still set your screen because the ball isn't within your vicinity yet. So for Camilla, her moving, it still won't be a moving screen yet because Vandersloot actually isn't even in her action with her yet. It's only a moving screen if she's in her action. When Vandersloot gets to this L on LSU, then it becomes a moving screen. But being that Vandersloot is still in this screen action, the secondary screen, they can do what they want. That's the way it goes. Your secondary screener can do what they want. Again, you got to get deeper to give Vandersloot better options on the curl. But watch what Camilla does. She kind of stays, and then she's lost again. Camilla, hey, Tyler Marsh, don't run this with Camilla until she understands what a double horn screen is. Camilla was lost the entire time. It was so funny. I went back and watched it. She was lost the entire time. But again, it takes a while to get into that. It takes a while to get into that, though, man. It takes a while. It takes a while to get into that, though. That double horn screen is a specific skill set. But she was lost the entire time. She was lost the entire time. Even right here, she don't even know what to do. She ends up going in a dunker spot. You see, what happens is, want me to tell you what happens? If you go back and watch this play, Camilla was actually supposed to set a down screen for Kia Nurse to pop up to pop off of. Kamilla got lost, left Kia Nurse standing there, and that's how Kamilla posting up got her out of position. Again, watch it again and watch what she's actually supposed to do. She got lost in the play. So Kamilla, you got to get this together. Again, watch how she's lost right here. Look, she's standing. She don't even know what to do. Look at Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse is calling for the screen. So Kia Nurse has stunt screen. What happens is Kia Nurse is telling Kamilla, you come here because I got your stunt screen on your person. Remember I explained to y'all what a stunt screen is? Kia Nurse is really not even setting the screen. It's kind of a brush screen, but it's really for her. She wants this defender to think she's setting the screen for Kamilla. Kamilla is really supposed to be setting the screen for her. So basically, you just make contact until the screen comes because you want to confuse the defenders on how to switch. And if they switch late, now you got a mismatch because number 11 down low will end up on Kamilla. That was really should have happened, but Kamilla was so lost at the top of the key, it didn't happen fast enough. And if you look at Vandersloot, she's caught in no man's land because she was expecting Kamilla to already come across. So Vandersloot really doesn't have an option here. And again, she can't drive because in her head, she's expecting Kamilla to go down low and she doesn't quick enough. So the play is kind of blown up. That's why this play doesn't happen because like it's supposed to, because it was blown up because Kamilla didn't know kind of like where she was. So again, she looks confused. Look, Kia Nurse tells her call the screen. She calls it. You gotta get deep. You gotta get deep. Set a screen. Set the screen, then post. Don't just go post. Vandersloot isn't even ready to pass you the ball. Set the screen on Kia Nurse defender. Is set the screen, then post. That way, once you set the screen, you can just turn inside. Look, you don't shoot the gap. Oh my God. Don't shoot the gap, Kamilla. You set the screen on Kia Nurse because Kia Nurse has pop out. You see Vandersloot's body language. She's looking at the top of the key because her first action is Kia Nurse, but Kamilla doesn't set the screen. So Kia Nurse pops out and her defender help. So her defender undercuts Kamilla and Kamilla goes flash down low. You don't cut through. You set the screen, then you post. It's not a cut through on a double horn. Golly. Look, she see Kia Nurse. You set the screen. You set the screen. Now she don't got an open shot. Then you post up. Look, get him on your back. Seal. Hey, Kamilla drove me crazy all day watching film this morning. You seal on the post up. You seal. You don't just stand there. You seal on the post up. Tyler Marsh, do your job. Tyler Marsh, do your job. You seal on the post up. You don't stand. You seal. Again, another double horn screen. Angel sets a great first screen. All they do is switch sides. That's all they did was switch sides. Look, Kia Nurse is still in the dunker spot. All they did was switch sides. She curls off for the first one. Kamilla sets the second one. Kamilla, she did it again. Kamilla touches nobody. Tyler Marsh, do not run double horn with Kamilla at all. She literally touches nobody in a double horn screen. She just stands there. Look, at first I thought I was tripping. I was like, man, I might be being too hard on Kamilla. Maybe she's not supposed to. She's not even attempting to set a screen. Kamilla, this isn't college. Defenders aren't just going to run into you. You have to get in position to set the screen. She just stands at the top of the key, hoping defenders run into her. That's not how it works. If they're going underneath, you got to get lower on the screen. And this is no knock against Kamilla. A lot of bigs have trouble setting this. That's why doing that double horn set is very, very unique and specific. You really got to know what you're doing. Again, let's look at it again. She literally touches nobody. Angel has the first great screen, forces the defender to go under. She forces the defender to go under. Watch what Kamilla does. Kamilla, why you so high? First of all, Kamilla, it's a double screen. Get low. Look at your. I don't even know what she's doing. What are you doing? You're supposed to be right here. You see what his defender's shoe is at the free throw line? That's where you're supposed to be. Why are you so high? And then you're not even doing anything. Oh my God. Oh my God. Watch what she does. Who are you screening? Look, and she lost again. She lost again. Hey, this was unbelievable. She is lost again. She don't know what to do on this play. I don't know. Maybe, look, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they didn't run this play a lot during practice, and TylerMarsh is sprinkling it in. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't. But let's see the play through. You got Vandersloot. She post up. Again, they can run this. If Camilla can master the double screen horn, the double horn, they can literally, because Vandersloot is the perfect point guard for this. A lot of WNBA teams don't even run this. If they can get this correctly, this would be unstoppable. You got two shooters that move all over the court. You got an agile big. You got a 6'7" big that if they set the screen right, it's hard for the defender to see what Vandersloot is doing on the other side of the screen. That's why Camilla needs to set the screen right, because the underneath person who's chasing the screen, it's hard for them to see Vandersloot's next move because Camilla is so big. If she just actually just steps in front of the defender and sets the screen. Again, Seal. Great pop out by Kia Nurse. Camilla brought 2. Great pop out. Look, this can be a play for them all season long, but it starts with the high screen. It got to be set right for everything else to move. The action doesn't work because the screens have to be set, because you got to shift the defense so your pin down person can actually get a quicker release. It's all about the release for the shooter. Kia Nurse got a great release off of this, which was able to get a shot up, go in or not. The shot is still able to be put up there with minimal defensive effort just by setting the high screen correctly. Just by setting the high screen correctly. Just by setting it correctly. Look, it's just really simple. It's really simple. Like, just set it and go. Just set it and go. Just set it and go. Look, stands, goes, Kia Nurse calls again, and she was still late, but the defender drug with Camilla this time. And again, out of bounds, but great shot, right? Right here, Vandersloot's ability to just get in open court. Chicago Sky players, when you're running in transition with Vandersloot, just be aware. Just be aware. When you're in coverage, just be aware in transition. She's going to find you. Vandersloot is one of those Steve Nash kind of point guards where they don't stop dribbling until the play is over. Where they don't stop dribbling until there's an action out of it. So again, for Vandersloot, her ability to just kind of like not over dribble, but extend the play will help players like Angel Reese and Camilla when they're running in transition. If it takes them a while to get down, her ability to just extend the play and not turn it over will definitely help her. Will definitely help her. Again, this pass was amazing. And this pass was sick. That pass was sick. I just had to put that in there. That pass was sick. That pass was sick, man. I just had to put that in there. That pass was sick, man. That pass. Again, this right here, y'all know we always talk about last year. When I did film, right, last year, we always talked about Chicago Sky's perimeter defense. You got to give multiple efforts on defense. You got to give multiple efforts on defense. If Chicago Sky is going to make the playoffs, you have to give multiple efforts. You have to give multiple efforts. You have to give multiple efforts. Again, let's watch it. One effort. Look at Kia Nurse. Kia Nurse came from way from the elbow just to defend this shot. Multiple efforts. But guess what multiple efforts do? Guess what multiple efforts do? Guess what multiple efforts do? They get you in transition. Camilla, great way to run the floor. This is Camilla's best run all night, literally. Great way to run the floor. This was her best run all night. I don't know if she was tired most of the game. Look, box out. Angel gets the rebound. See, Angel's ability to get the rebound and push the ball is going to help keep the floor unbalanced for the defense, where the Chicago Sky are going to be able to get more opportunities in transition. When you have bigs that can get the rebound, push, and just create an unbalance on the other end, as far as like unbalance means, who am I actually guarding? Am I guarding my person, someone bigger than me, someone smaller than me, quicker? It creates mismatches with unbalanced on defense. Again, when bigs have the ability to just get the rebound and push it, it creates that. So I like that Angel Reese is getting into the mode of, I'm not going to just give it to the point guard. And I like that Vandersloot sees who catches the rebound. See, this is something that great point guards do. I know what everybody on my team is capable of. I watch film with them. I talk to them about what they like, what they don't like. During the game, when I'm on the bench, I'm watching what they're doing in the game to see what they're comfortable doing and what they're not. Vandersloot understands who caught the rebound. Watch what Vandersloot does. She doesn't wait. Look, she doesn't wait. And Vandersloot literally watched to catch the rebound, but she doesn't wait. She say, oh, Angel Reese caught it, not Kamilla. I'm going. Now it creates unbalance because your point guard is leaking out. You got the floor spread. If you look, you got Kamilla ahead in the first trail. You got Kia Nurse on the side trail. She can stop for three. It depends on how the transition looks on the other end. But when your big catches the ball, it creates a mismatch. So I want tylermarsh to encourage Angel Reese to get the rebound and go, because he'll create the mismatch on the other end by unbalancing the defense. So again, just push the ball, head up. Don't dribble with your head down. Get it ahead. Quick access. Again, now you got a small forward on a center. Mismatch. Just dump it inside. Let her use her height. I like that. Know what I like on that? Angel Reese didn't bounce past Kamilla the ball. I got on, when I did film study last year, I got on Chicago's guards so much about that bounce pass. Man, just put it in the air. Kamilla is 6'7". Why are you bounce passing the ball when she got somebody 6 feet guarding her? She's 6'7". Just put the ball in the air and let her do what she does. I mean, sometimes, man, I'd be wondering how some of these players make it to the next level. I'd be like, golly. Again, push the ball, get it ahead. Look, never puts it down, throw it right over the top, utilize her size. It's simple. Let me say this. I watched this play. Look, I watched this play right here, and I swear, I smiled. If I was in the film room with Ariel Atkins, I would be patting her on the shoulder saying, this is how you play. This is how you play. Y'all are going to come to learn over time. Ariel Atkins is our best two-way player. Y'all will come to learn over time. Ariel Atkins is one of the best two-way players in women's basketball. Ariel Atkins does so much on defense. See, stat sheets will say this person got the block, this person got the steal. But when you watch film, it makes you realize how this person gets the steals, how this person gets the blocks. Ariel Atkins will never lead your team in steals, blocks, deflections, because she's an amazing defender. Even if you go back and look at Dejanay, I consider Dejanay one or two best defender in the world. No matter how much you want to label that in the WNBA, I got her 1 or 2. Some people got a 3, right? It's whatever, but top 3. But if you go look at Dejanay's stats, she's never top 5 in steals. She's never top 5 in blocks. She's never top 5 in deflection. Great defenders do things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Her ability to force the ball back up top, her ability to make you over dribble, her ability to make you use up the entire shot clock, her ability to force a bad pass where another teammate gets a steal, her ability to force a tough layup where Kamilla or Angel Reese might get a block, don't show up in the stat sheet for Ariel Atkins. But when you watch film, when the coaches go back and watch film the next day, they're able to see it and be like, this person makes our team just that much better. Ariel Atkins is the best two-way player on this team. Literally, bar none. Ariel Atkins is the best two-way player on this team. Literally. Just by what she does above the break, just by what she does with ball pressure, and of course what she does offensively, facilitating scoring. Look, don't worry about Ariel Atkins' offense. Trust me, Ariel Atkins is a scorer. Don't worry about her offense. It'll come around. It'll come around. Don't worry about her offense. It'll come around. Trust me, it'll come around. It'll come around. Watch this. Multiple efforts. Watch how she cuts the screen off. Look at that. Look at that. Underneath the screen. Tell me y'all seen that last year. Did y'all see that last year? I didn't see none of that last year. Y'all didn't see that last year. Y'all did not see that. Whoever that player was just now, they would have scored last year. They would have got in the paint, and Camilla or Angel Reese would have got a foul on the back end. Watch this defense by Ariel Atkins. This is why Ariel Atkins will make all defense this year. Watch this defense by Ariel Atkins. From start to finish, never gave up. Never gave up. Look, start the play, recovers, hand in her face. Watch this. I need y'all to really watch this. Look, hand in her face, get low, balance your body, and be able to slide your feet. Watch this. Watch Ariel Atkins. Look, screen, cut the screen up. Look at that. That's how you blow a screen up. That's how you blow a screen up. That's how you get underneath the screen. You squeeze the space, put your hands up, and turn the ball. She put her hands up, squeeze the space, turn the ball. Look, this, I don't think y'all understand what Ariel Atkins is going to mean to this team. And trust me, I've been watching Ariel Atkins for a while. It won't show up on the stat sheet. Trust me. Don't let the stat sheet fool you about what Ariel Atkins will bring to this team. Watch the games and just appreciate what she's about to do. Just appreciate what she's about to do for the Chicago Sky. Just appreciate it. Appreciate it. Watch this. This is multiple efforts. Look, get back over the screen again. Force a pass. Look, she even gets in the passing lane. Like this is multiple efforts. But guess what that does? She's a two-way player. She is a two-way player. Shout out to Reddit Milky Way for becoming a member of iamzomedia. Again, if you're not a member of iamzomedia, make sure you go to my profile, click on the join tab, and just become a member. It's pretty much that easy, that simple. To become a member of iamzomedia, just click on it and become a member. I mean, it ain't that hard. But what I will do, I'll drop the link. To the membership in the chat as well. If you aren't able to access it, I'll drop it in the chat as well. The link is in the chat to my membership, to join my memberships. Again, there's 4 different tiers. Be sure to check out the tiers before you do sign up, because there's perks that come with each one. But thank you, Reddit Milky Way, for becoming a member of the iamzomedia family, man. Again, Ariel Atkins is one of the best two-way players in women's basketball, bar none, not even up for argument. Watch this. Get out. Look. Camilla got the rebound. I got it. Transition. Watch this. Look at this. Vandersloot and Haileyvanlith is going to benefit from Ariel Atkins playing alongside of them. That's why when HVL is in the game, I want her in the game with Ariel Atkins, because Ariel Atkins can become the kind of ball handling facilitator. No, she's not one of your top 5 facilitators, but she's capable of helping relieve some of the pressure off of Haileyvanlith from her just feeling like I got to distribute and be the point guard. I want Haileyvanlith to come in, change the pace, find her rhythm, get shots up, and put pressure on the defense. That's what she's there for. I need her to create momentum with her scoring, not her passing. That's why if I'm tylermarsh, I need, when HVL is in the game, I don't want HVL and Vandersloot in the game that much together, unless there's some foul trouble or you're playing against a backcourt that ain't really like offensively inclined, offensively inclined backcourts. I don't want HVL and Vandersloot in the game together. I want either or with Ariel Atkins. That's what I want. I need an either or with Ariel Atkins. Tiffany and Company. I don't know if you watched the plays that I said earlier. They kept running the high double screen. So Ariel Atkins can't cut back door because Kia Nurse starts in your dunker spot and Camilla ends in your dunker spot. So technically, they wasn't even running no plays for Ariel Atkins. That's why she was standing there. I think if you really watch the Chicago Sky yesterday, a lot of their plays was catered towards Rebecca Allen, Kia Nurse, even Michaela on her flash outs off of the pin downs. They didn't really run a lot of sets for Ariel Atkins because Ariel Atkins is a talented basketball player. So her ability to just create her own shot, don't worry about Ariel Atkins. It's the other players Tyler trying to get a rhythm on. It's preseason. Ariel Atkins will be fine. She's proven. The other players, you need to get them in rhythm because they're not shot creators. Ariel Atkins is actually your only shot creator on this team. Like, out of everybody on your team, Ariel Atkins is your best shot creator. So don't worry about Ariel Atkins, Tiffany and Company. She'll be just fine. Trust me. She'll be just fine. Don't let yesterday's game be indicative of her offensively. She only took 3 shots. Like, she'll be just fine. She'll be just fine. Again, yesterday, a lot of the plays were Tyler Marsh trying to create balance with his shooters, getting Michaela, Rachel, Rebecca Allen, and Kia Nurse comfortable in the offense because their shooting is going to be so important. Ariel Atkins will be Chicago Sky's safety net. It's when they run a set and it breaks down, find Ariel Atkins. I guarantee you at practice, that's what Tyler Marsh is telling his team. When we run our sets, double horns, whatever, we run our pin down screens, flares, whatever we're doing. When it all comes down, it's 8 seconds left and we can't find the next action, find Ariel Atkins and let her do her thing. Don't worry about Ariel. Trust me. I don't watch enough basketball in my life. I didn't go back and watch scores during preseason in any league, NBA or WNBA. Go back and watch scores. They're just there. Don't worry about them. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. But again, just her ability to get downhill, facilitate, great. This play right here, let me tell you something. I don't know for the life of me. Why Mojo is still on the Chicago Sky. This sequence right here was Chicago Sky's defense the entire 2025. Shout out to Deneen Sweet for becoming a member of iamzomedia. Appreciate the love today, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the link is in the chat. Just scroll up. The link to join the channel is in the chat. Just stroll up. Again, appreciate the love because I put a lot into my videos. Appreciate y'all just supporting the channel, man. Look, when y'all become a member, some great perks come with that. Woody Mac, I got to get with you on your merchandise because you got gifted a membership yesterday. So Woody Mac, I got to get your stuff to you and the others depending on your tier. I'm gonna contact you in the coming week, sometime next week. I'm gonna sit down, go through all my new members and contact them on whatever tier they got into and the perks that came with it. So I do got to get with some of y'all. But thank you, Deneen Sweet, on becoming a member of iamzomedia. This is Chicago Sky defense all year. Look, man. Look. Mojo need to go. Mojo gotta go. Mojo gotta go. Mojo gotta go. Watch what she does on this play. This is what Kennedy Carter, Mojo, Lindsey Allen and Dana Evans did all last year on the perimeter, and people wonder why we had one of the worst perimeter defenses in the league. This is why. Watch Mojo. Watch this. I don't even know what she's doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you, Mojo? Why are you even coming over? Rebecca Allen is still underneath. 23, not about to shoot that. And see, this is one thing I hope Tyler Marsh does not do. I pray to God Tyler Marsh is not one of them first-year head coaches who just want to make everybody feel good. Tyler Marsh, hold them accountable. You get paid for players not to like everything about you. You get paid to challenge players. Part of your job description is challenging players to be their best selves. Tyler Marsh, I beg of you, do not come in as a first-year head coach trying to be friends. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Mojo, after this play, should have been taken out the game and never put back in. Rebecca Allen comes off the handoff. Rebecca Allen does the good thing. She stays underneath. She doesn't chase the screen. She stays underneath. Watch this. Watch this. Rebecca Allen got skinny. She got in between. She's underneath. E. Will is here to help. Rachel is in no man's land, so Rachel can slide over and help on E. Will's player if they flash down. I don't know what Mojo is doing. She's already coming over, but watch what happens. Watch this. Why would you leave your... Mojo will put 10 years on my life. I swear. Mojo will put 10 years on my life. I swear. I got a feeling she gonna be getting minutes this year. I just got a feeling. I got a feeling. And she gonna put 10 years on my life. What are you doing? That's not even help. That's not even help. Like, what are you doing? E. Will has drag. E. Will is in drag. Mojo. E. Will is in drag. Rachel is your weak side help defender. Michaela got sharp corner to wing. Oh my. Why are you even helping on this play when you got a... You learned this in 3rd grade. If we're playing drag, I don't help on dribble drive penetration. You only help on dribble drive penetration when there's a chase and a over the top, not a drag and a skinny. Rebecca went skinny. E. Will has drag. Why are you helping on the dribble drive? The drag is literally there to stop the penetration. What you got to help for? Woo. What are you helping for? E. Will is in drag. She's not going nowhere. Rachel is right here. Tyler, get out the game, man. Get out the game. Get out the game, man. Just get out the game. Just get out the game. Wow. Just wow. Just wow. And some of y'all told me she had a good first half yesterday. And I didn't challenge y'all because I had to go back and watch the game. She did not have a good first half. She had one dribble pull up. She had a literally an open assist my grandma could have made. Other than that, she didn't even do nothing in the first half. She had that one dribble pull up at the elbow. She had that assist. I think it was to Michaela. Other than that, she didn't even do nothing. Y'all say she had a good first half. That's not a good first half. Huh? Y'all got to stop it, man. A player make one good play, and all of a sudden they got a whole good game. Man. Yeah, Lily, they came on my post game yesterday saying Mojo had a good first half. She played bad in the second half, but she had a good first half. I didn't challenge him because I didn't remember it. I went back and watched. She did not have a good first half. She did two good things in 10 minutes. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Y'all got to stop this, man. Y'all got to stop this, man. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to stop this, man. Again, Angel Reese's. See, Angel Reese and Ariel Atkins will both possibly make first and second team all defense because they both can create havoc above the break. When you can create havoc above the break, teams can't get into their sets. They can't get into their offense. They can't get into their shooters. They can't give it to their bigs. They can't create the actions off their pin downs. They can't create the action off of the nail post. Like when you can disrupt at the top of the break. And again, you know that last play that we just watched with Mojo garbage defense? Angel Reese, again, is in drag. Mojo, you switch. Angel Reese is literally doing what E. Will would have done if Mojo wouldn't have came over. And want me to tell you this? I'm going to say good job, Rachel. Because while Rachel is right now on this play, that was Mojo on the last play. Angel Reese is E. Will. Mojo is Rebecca Allen. You go with the screener. Angel Reese, you pick up the curler off of the drag. Rachel, you stay home and play weak side and play help side. Rachel stayed home. Mojo left number 23 and they swung it cross court to number 23 that hit a three. You see, she was ready again. Last time, this was Mojo where Rachel is. She left and went help on the flasher. You stay home. Angel, the drag is underneath for a reason. Why am I going to help the dragger? My God. My God. I will say that about Rachel. She stayed home and played it smart. But one thing Angel Reese has to work on is on steals, dribble drive penetration. One thing she has to get better at. Again, going to the free throw line is great. Going to the free throw line is great. Putting pressure on the team's defense, getting in foul trouble is great. But all free throws aren't guaranteed. A layup is basically guaranteed within 3 feet. Angel Reese has to work on using the front of the rim. Remember I talked about that in my video last week? She has to get better at using the front of the rim, not so focused on the angles of getting a regular layup. Use the front of the rim. Get you a finger roll package. Get you a floater game. You don't even have to have a finger roll. You're bigger than the player who's guarding you. Get you a floater game and just put it right in. 3 feet, put it right in. Get you a hop step, something. Just create you a offensive package. An offensive package. That way you can get easier shots and everything is not so hard for you. You ain't got to be banging all day long to get layup. You utilize the spacing in the front of the rim. Again, right here, this should have been front of the rim. She started off this dribble by angling towards the side. Use the front of the rim. Again, if Angel Reese had a finger roll package right here, look at the floor. Look at this defender. She's smaller than Angel Reese. Angel Reese, you got the ball in the hand it's supposed to be in, which is your left hand. Go utilize this space right here. utilize this space right here. Utilize this space right here. The charging zone, utilize this right here. Create you a drop step. And again, it takes a while. It takes time. Hopefully that's something that she's working on with like Courtney and them, like just utilizing the front of the rim more. I do want to see her get a floater game. It just makes her offense a little easier where everything don't got to be bully ball. Again, getting teams in foul troubles are a must, but again, just being able to just utilize every part of the rim is better than just playing bully ball, getting them in foul. Just get easy layups and get back down and play defense. You know what I'm saying? Just easy floater, easy finger roll. Just get back down and play defense. Like play a package, layup package, man, layup package. Again, nothing wrong with what she did, but again, film study is about just identifying areas of improvement and what goes well. That's what film study is for. That's what film study is for. Again, right here, Angel's ability to play high pick and roll defense, again, is going to help Chicago Sky stay out of foul trouble. It's going to help Chicago Sky get in transition on the other end. Her ability to wreak havoc. That's why Angel Reese will make an all-defensive team. Angel Reese's ability to just wreak havoc at the top of the break is going to be so important to this team's defense, where you don't got to put so much pressure on your back end. The rim. You see, everything can't be an angle. Utilizing the front of the rim. Everything can't be an angle. Everything can't be an angle. And I agree with Political Lil. Angel Reese, you're going to have to score through contact. Like, that's what all the greats do. The greats, they get and ones. You got to start scoring through contact. And it's all about the angles and the ball positioning. Right here, Angel Reese is bigger than her. And right here, Angel Reese is bigger than her. You keep the ball high. You see how low she has it when she starts her move, how low the ball is? You want to keep it high. You're bigger than her. You keep it high and you just lay it off the backboard or the front of the rim. You just keep it high. Come to a hop step and you just right over her. So that's one thing I hope her and Tyler Marsh are working on. And I'm pretty sure they know it. But again, I do film studies, so I'm just identifying things, as I go through the game. She got to get stronger at finishing through contact. And getting stronger through finishing through contact means she got to be able to, at least out of every 4 dribble drives, at least one of them has to end in an and one, unless they are hard fouling you. Now, they can be hard fouling you where they grab both of your hands and you just can't go up with the shot. But most of these, she is trying to attempt the shot. Her follow through strength just isn't there. And that's all about technique. Technique starts right here. You see how the ball is so low? Is at the defender's hip. Look, the ball is literally below the defender's hip. The ball should start inside their numbers and go up across their chin. That way, if they're going to block the shot, they got to foul you first. It go up across their chin, across their face, over her. You're bigger than her. It's just about continuing to get better at that. And again, this year too, it's something she's going to get better at. It's something she's going to get better at. Again, instead of just worrying about getting the foul drawn. Again, this play right here, I wanted to put this in here because for Angel Reese to make this pass at her size and her position, I don't think, and I watch Asia play, I watch Stewie play, AT, all of them, Jacquel, I watch all of them play, even Fee. Angel and AT are the only 2 players at their positions that would make this pass, that would even see this pass. So it's 3 things to it. That would have the confidence to make this pass, that would have the ability to see this pass, and the ability to make this pass. Again, try, see, make. They're probably the only 2 at their positions that would even attempt this. Catch the rebound, head up. Angel Reese doesn't even get to the elbow. She literally catches the rebound, head up, cross court pass. Again, tip, but still had enough philosophy on it to get it to her. Right here, I call this the Lisa Leslie special. See, yesterday, remember, y'all remember yesterday when I was doing my Chicago Sky training camp, and I was like, y'all give players too much grace. This is what I'm talking about. When you're working on your game and it's not getting better, that's not on me to give you grace. That's on you to get better at that. Not for me to give you grace. This lets me know Angel Reese took her workouts with Lisa Leslie very, very important. Angel is saying, don't give me grace. I'm going to work on my game, and I'm going to show you that I can improve time over time. This is a go back and watch Lisa Leslie play. This is a Lisa Leslie type of play. If y'all watch Angel Reese throughout her career, you can tell this is an area of improvement for her. When she gets downhill, she's patient. She's not trying to body you. She's trying to get around you, trying to avoid any kind of contact and just lay the ball up. Watch this. Watch this. Slow. She slows down. She doesn't rush it. Last year, she would have rushed this bad angle. Remember, I always talk about the angles. Last year, this would have been a bad angle play, a horrible bad angle play. This year, after working with Lisa Leslie, working on her game, shout out to Unrivaled, now she's able to slow down, pivot, and get a better shot. Watch this. Watch this. Slow down, pivot, better shot. You see what I'm saying? That's a Lisa Leslie play. Shout out to Lisa Leslie, man. Shout out to Lisa Leslie. Shout out to Lisa Leslie. Shout out to Lisa Leslie. Next time down, I want to see. They didn't really run it a lot. But I want to see Vandersloot and Angel Reese in more pick and roll, because so much can come out of it. If Angel Reese can just hit that shot, so much can come out of it. I want to see both of them in more pick and rolls, because so much can come out of it. So much can come out of it. Again, just getting pick and roll, handoffs. Look, you can create so much off of them two working off of each other, because they're both willing passers and they're both very, very smart at what they want to do. I would run more actions, more pick and rolls with those two on one side of the court. Again, they had overload. They just ran action with Reese and Vandersloot on the other side of the court. And again, Angel Reese knows you got to keep Camilla involved in the game or she'll check out. I know we want a baby. I know people feel like that's babying Camilla. I know some people feel like, well, Camilla needs to get better. Camilla needs to have a higher motor. At some point, players are who players are. Great players adjust to who the coaching staff and the GM put on the team. That's what great players do. They adjust their mentality and their play style to the players that's around them. Angel Reese knows you got to keep Camilla. You got to keep feeding Camilla a shield. Again, first of all, Camilla, man. Let me say this. Let me say this. Let me say this right quick. Courtney Paris. I know a lot of people got high hopes for her. She played in the league. Good reputation, good player. I'm going to be watching Camilla's progression to see what Courtney Paris is really bringing to the team. I'm going to be watching that because in the offseason, everybody raved about her coming to the team, helping Camilla with her game offensively and defensively. So I'm going to be watching what Camilla progression looks like throughout the season. Is she cleaning things up? I'm going to be listening to see if Courtney ever mentions anything about what they work on, because Kamilla's post-up game needs a lot of work. Kamilla is a talented player. Her post-up game needs a lot of work. Because why are you catching the ball under the basket beyond the dunker spot? Like, who wants to catch the ball right there? First of all, Kamilla, they're playing overload. Kamilla, look at Kamilla right now. Look at Kamilla right now. If Kamilla wasn't 6'7", this ball would have got stolen and went out of bounds. Kamilla got away with this possession because she's 6'7". See, when I watch film, I don't look at your speed. I don't look at your height. I don't look at your abilities. I say, are you in the right spot? Are you in position to make a play? That's what I judge. When I watch film, that's what I judge it off of. Because sometimes your speed can't help you. Sometimes your height can't help you. Sometimes your abilities and talents can't be the end all be all. You got to be in good basketball position to make plays. This was a horrible position for her to be in. If she was not 6'7", this play wouldn't have happened. That's why I say, Courtney Paris, you got to do work with Kamilla. It's going to be a developmental season for her post game. You got to get her to understand positioning on the basketball court and the ability to make plays out of positioning. Again, 6'7" only works when it works. Get in better position to help the offense be more balanced and fluid. You're literally out of the Hey, those of you who've played basketball before and watched film with the coaches or the developmental coaches, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Guess what my coach would have told me just now? Prince, you're literally out of the play. You're not even in the play. Kamilla is not even, yes, she's on the court, but Kamilla is not even in the play right. Kamilla, get in the play. Kamilla, get in the play. Can you get in the play? Again, let's go back to what Kamilla should have been. I just wanted to rant right quick. Forgive my rant. Let's go back to what Kamilla should have been. Once Angelreese gets this handoff, Courtney Vandersloot is going to take her defender to the corner, which gives Kamilla all this space right here on the right block. Kamilla, what are you doing? Courtney, Tylermarsh, fix this. Fix this. It's the easy fix. Just fix this, though. Fix it. See, in the preseason, I don't care about who you, I said it yesterday on my post game. I don't care about who you playing. I don't care about what the score is. In the preseason, great teams that want to compete and win, teams that want to grow, guess what they do use the preseason for? To create good habits, to create chemistry, to work on their locker room. That's what the preseason is really for. When you think about your players that know automatically they're going to be on the roster, yes, your players like Tiller and Rachel Banham and Mojos and Maddies and HVLs and Rebecca Allens and Kia Nurses. You're out there to show you can make the roster. But your Camillas, your Ariel Atkins, your Vandersloot, your Angel Reese's, your Michaelas, look, we're here to create good habits, locker room morale, and chemistry on the court. That's what we're here for. I don't care if we was playing the TPR team, the bitty 9-year-old boys basketball team. Create good habits because they catch up to you during the season. And want me to tell you what some of y'all saying right now? They're like, well, Zoe, it's the preseason. Real money. You one of those. Well, Zoe, it's the preseason. Well, Zoe, it's just one game. If they don't fix bad habits, want me to tell you all we can say during the regular season by game 10? Man, why Camilla not running? Why Camilla not posting up? And guess what I'm going to say? Didn't you say it was just the preseason? Now they got bad habits and you want them to change them during the season when you're supposed to be doing that in the preseason. See, that's why I say a lot of y'all, I don't think y'all real Chicago Sky fans. Because some of the stuff y'all say with all this, give them grace, give them time. If y'all want them to make the playoffs, that's things that got to be fixed. You want to give them grace and give them time? Then don't say the Chicago Sky going to make the playoffs. Because all the teams that's going to have one of those 8 spots, they ain't got no grace and they ain't got no time. They trying to win and make impact. Yeah, it might not be about winning the championship, but all the teams that want to make the playoffs, they create good habits. Real Money said, nah, Zoe, I know what you're saying. She trying not to do all that in the preseason. And that's her problem, Real Money. She don't want work in the preseason. Camilla was in no all-star last year. Camilla didn't make no all WNBA teams. Camilla was in top 3 in Rookie of the Year voting. It's the preseason. Work on your game. I want players that want to be better, not just be okay. Again, if Chicago Sky is going to make the playoffs, I don't think y'all hearing me. If Chicago Sky wants to make the playoffs and be competitive, it starts now. Chicago Sky did not make the playoffs last year, and y'all still coming up in here talking about grace, talking about they not going to do this in the preseason, talking about give them time. Do y'all want Chicago Sky to make the playoffs or not? If you're somebody in the chat that don't want Chicago Sky to make the playoffs and you say give them grace, give them time, I ain't talking to you because you say they ain't making the playoffs. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the people that's bragging, saying, watch what Angel Reese do this season. Watch how better Chicago Sky is. Watch how better Tyler Marsh is than Teaspoon. Watch the impact. Watch the win. That's the people I'm talking to because y'all contradict yourselves. When you want to win, you don't get time. When you want to win, you don't get grace. Do you want to be competitive or not? Man. Look. Let me tell y'all something. You don't get better during a season. I don't know who is telling y'all I don't know. Look, whoever telling you that, tell them come up here and have a conversation with me and we can trade resumes. I don't know who is telling y'all. I don't know what YouTube content creators y'all listening to. I don't know who y'all Googling. I don't know who reporters and journalists y'all listening to over the years. I don't know who is telling y'all this information, but it's false. It's false, it's not accurate, and they can't give you one credible reason why that's true. Listen here closely. Listen closely. Turn your volume up right quick. Because this is my last time saying this. You don't get better at basketball during the season. It's never happened. You don't get better at basketball during the season because you're focused on team-oriented things. You don't get better at your game during the season. That's not how basketball works. If there's a content creator out there that's telling you players get better throughout a season at their game, tell them Prince from iamzomedia said, come on his panel, share your resume versus his, and tell him that. I'm tired of y'all saying, give it time. You don't get better at basketball during a season. I've never heard that in my life till I got on YouTube. I swear, I've never heard that in my life until I got on YouTube. I've never heard that in my entire life. You get better as a team during the regular season. You build chemistry during the regular season. You create camaraderie. You create a balance. You create muscle memory. You create instincts. You create friendliness. You create love. You create a togetherness. We gonna run through a brick wall for each other during the regular season. You get better working on your game in the off season. Shout out Gamble 310, my dude from Cali, for becoming a member of iamzomedia. Again, the link is in the chat if you want to become a member of iamzomedia, but I put it in there again. Shout out to Gamble 310 for becoming a member of iamzomedia. The link is in the chat if you want to join the family. It comes with amazing perks. Again, all of those who signed up this week, I will be contacting you on if I haven't contacted you yet and you've been a member for more than a week, hit me up in my email at iamzomedia@gmail.com. Just go to my description. All my contact information is in my description. If you've been a member of my channel for more than a week and I haven't hit you up about your perks yet, hit me up via email or Instagram, whichever one. All my contact information is in my description. Real Money said, I didn't even want to put this on the screen, but because I'm on the topic, that's what Real Money said. They were 1-9. Stop. They got better during the season, however you put it. Real Money. See, this is why I don't debate people, because I'm one of them ones for real. Real Money. Can you tell me what Chicago Sky finished their season with? Can you tell me their record? So did they get better? Chicago Sky started the season 1-9. Real Money. Can you tell me Chicago Sky record at the end of the season? Can you tell me how many games Chicago Sky actually won and how many games they lost? What do you mean they got better? They lost double the game. Anyway, back to my film, man. Back to my film. Oh, that was the Fever record. I was about to say. I know that was Chicago record. I was about to say. Again, Camilla, get in position. First of all, Camilla, when Angel catches the ball right here. You got to get around her. Look, you got all this space at the top of the right block to work with. You get around her, post up properly, get in position to give Angel Reese a better option. This should have been a dump down layup. Look, what you backed away for? Why did you bag away? You literally took yourself out of the play. Oh my God. This is another example right here of Angel Reese getting more comfortable, getting a package, getting some go-to moves that can help her game tremendously. In the dunker spot, look right here. Angel. If I'm watching film with Angel, this is what I'm telling Angel Reese right now. Who are you? She gonna say Angel Reese. I'm gonna ask her again. Who are you? She gonna say Angel Reese. I'm gonna say, I know your name Angel Reese, but who are you? The best player on the floor? Act like it. Right here is the difference between not being comfortable with go-to moves and being comfortable with go-to moves. Watch this. Yes, we want her to take this shot, but this was not a good shot. Yes, we want her to take shots, but this was not a good shot. You're contested. Ariel Atkins is open at the top of the break. Angel Reese, pull it back out. Set something up, or where's your go-to move? She's shorter than you. She's heavier than you, which means she's slower than you. You had her off balance the moment you caught the ball. Look at this. She's not even in defensive position. Angel Reese, again, who are you? Angel Reese, again, who are you? Act like it. Go-to moves. This is not a good shot. Then you're falling away. Remember I told y'all about a couple videos ago, I told y'all about when I was watching Angel Reese shoot, how she wasn't falling away anymore when she was shooting her shot. She wasn't taking a step back. She wasn't leaning forward. It was straight up and down. Remember I told y'all about that? But then remember I told y'all last year, it takes time with off-season work to work on your jump shot. That doesn't come over one season, but you start to see improvement over seasons until you define what your jump shot should actually look like. On this play right here, Angel Reese went back to muscle memory and instincts versus what she worked on. She shot this shot and faded away, which she did all last season. She got to get out of that habit. It is going to take a couple seasons. That's a bad habit. You got to get out of that. Watch this. She fades away. Look, you got to get out of that habit. It should be straight up and down. Straight up and down. Again, this is the leadership that we need on the Chicago Sky. Vandersloot, this is the type of point guard we need. We don't need a point guard who just wants to get up and down the court. We got two bigs. We got two bigs. Everyone in the chat who's asking me about injuries, everyone in the chat who's asking me about waivers, if you was here at the beginning of the video, I mentioned all of that. I know Katie Lou Samuelson hurt with her ACL. I know Tilly, Sammy, and Ariella got waived out the Chicago Sky. I know Cheyenne Sellers got waived. Y'all wasn't here at the beginning of the video. I know all of this already. Y'all just wasn't here at the beginning. I know all of this. I explained my frustration with Tilly getting waived. I explained my concern with Cheyenne Sellers' knee. I gave sympathies to Katie Lou Samuelson already. Not UK Stone. It's not just UK Stone. It's like everybody in the chat keep asking me that same question. So I was like, let me take time to clarify. I've already discussed that. The video been going on for an hour and a half. The video, I'm already aware of all of this. I'm already aware. I got people that send me stuff all day. I'm already aware, y'all. People send me stuff all day. Literally right now, I got like 4 different text messages and chats about that same stuff y'all asking me. I already know. Again, this right here is the leadership of Vandersloot. Watch this. Direct this. See, this season, I'm not arguing with nobody about no point guards is. I know what a point guard is. I know the type of point guard Chicago Sky needs. This is the reason I'm glad Vandersloot came, because now Tyler Marsh and Jeff P can see the type of point guard that actually works with 2 bigs. If you're going to use 2 bigs, this is the type of point guard. Half-court point guards are needed for these 2 players. Point guards who can direct traffic. Point guards who know how to set up plays. Point guards who know how to slow the game down. You got 2 bigs. Why do I need a transition point guard, a fast-paced point guard, when I got 2 bigs? That don't even make sense logically. Some of y'all just be talking. That don't even make sense logically. Some of y'all just be talking, man. That don't even make. You know what I've noticed by some content creators? I think some content creators make content going against what I'm saying just because people respect my opinion, and they respect my opinion enough to believe it. So it's like when people make like fake headlines about Angel Reese. They go against what actually happened. I'm starting to think people make content off of what I say, going against it, just because they really believe in what I'm saying. I'm really starting to think that. I swear, I'm really starting to think that people make content off of what I'm saying and do the opposite just to go against it because I'm probably right. So they make headlines off of what I say. There's people out here who literally create video titles off of my content. I'm going to say this for the last time. When you have 2 bigs, you need a floor general. God. Again, Vandersloot shows her leadership right here. Look, set up the play, patience. Because first of all, Tyler Marsh, you got to fix this, man. You want to run this double horn? They don't even know what they're doing. Watch this. Look at Angel Reese and Camilla. Courtney Vandersloot is like, nah. Watch what Courtney does. She says, nah, go set it up. Why she starts pointing the other way? Why are y'all trying to do a double horn screen on the left wing? Tyler Marsh, I'm watching you. You got to fix this. Watch what Courtney Vandersloot does. Look. She tells him, she got her hand up like this. She says, hold on. Reset it up over there. What are y'all doing? Both of y'all. Angel Reese and Camilla, who told y'all to do that? Who told y'all to do that? Watch this. Vandersloot. Back it up. Angel Reese, back it up. There you go. Back it up. I'm going to walk you into the screen. There you go. Let's run it right. Angel screen. Pick up. See. Let me stop this. Hold on. Let me stop this. Hold on. Let me go back to where I was. Camilla. Y'all know, y'all remember the other double horn screens? Let me show y'all why I'm good at what I do. This is why nobody could see me. I told y'all, yeah, I'm braggadocious. You don't like it, get off my channel. Yeah, I'm braggadocious. Yeah, I think my stuff don't stink. This is why I think I'm the best at this. Watch this. Remember on the previous double horn screens, Angel Reese, remember on the previous double horn screens, Angel Reese set the first screen. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Watch this. Y'all remember that? Watch. On the first ones, Angel Reese set the double horn screen first. Angel Reese was the first action. Camilla was the second action. Y'all see that? Now watch this, though. Who's the first action and who's the second action? Camilla, if you got doggone watching, and I hope TylerMarsh is the reason they switched, because Camilla cannot be the second action on the double screen. I hope TylerMarsh said, nah, Camilla, you set it first because you don't know how to set a doggone screen. Angel, you got second screen. This is why I'm the best at what I do. Because I notice little things like that. TylerMarsh made an adjustment and said, Angel, you got second action. Watch Angel Reese. Camilla, if you're watching Angel Reese, this is how you set a double horn screen. Watch this. Watch Angel Reese. She does the stun screen and she flashes out. Watch this. But she makes sure she touches her. Watch this. Watch Angel Reese. Look. This is how you set the doggone screen, Camilla. Camilla, that's how you set the doggone screen, man. Dang. Again. And this is the crazy thing. This is the crazy thing. Want me to tell y'all the crazy thing? TylerMarsh switches it and gets Camilla to set the first screen, and she still doesn't set the screen. I agree with hey Bree. I agree with you, Bree. Don't overreact to Camilla's game. Camilla's game is Camilla's game. Camilla is still talented. Camilla is still on trajectory to be one of the best bigs in the WNBA. She just got to fine-tune her game, and it starts with her IQ. Her IQ has to get better. She has the ability. She has the athleticism to do certain things on the floor. Her IQ has to improve. It's really her IQ. If you watch Camilla's game, it's really her IQ. I don't think it's her toughness. I don't think it's really her motor. Every player doesn't. Again, Angel Reese, Dejanay Carrington's, they're special because of their motor. If everybody had their motor, we wouldn't highlight their motor so much. Same thing with the NBA. Certain players are highlighted because of how hard they play. Every play. Everybody not going to have Angel Reese's and Dejanay's motor, and that's okay. I need y'all to get out of that mindset. I need y'all to get out of that mindset of every player got to play just as hard as Angel Reese. She's special because she plays hard every possession. 95% of all basketball players in the world that's ever played any basketball doesn't have that motor. Only 5% of basketball players that has ever touched the basketball plays with that motor. And don't let people fool y'all and say, well, back in the day, they all play hard. Go watch film. No, they didn't. Go watch film. No, they didn't. Don't let them fool you with that nostalgia. See, I don't believe in nostalgia. I watch tape. I don't believe in, I don't, because that's why I don't have a fanfare for anybody. I critique everybody's game. On this live stream alone, I've talked about Angel Reese, I've talked about Vandersloot, I've talked about Kia Nurse, I've talked about Camilla, I've talked about Mojo. Look, that's why people come to hear my take, because they know when I do film breakdown, I ain't got no fanfare. I call it objectively across the board. Because that's what film study is supposed to be about. If you've played basketball before, you know, when you're in that film room and your whole team is watching it, I don't care if you're the best player on the team. The team is about to see when you messed up. All you got to do is stand up, hit yourself on the chest, and say, I got y'all next game. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. For Kamilla, I don't think it's her talent. I don't think it's her ability. I think it's her IQ and understanding of the game. And that was one of the reasons, if y'all remember, my main reason for Teaspoon being released is because she never helped Angel Reese Miller understand basketball at the highest level. They always looked lost. And Kamilla still looks lost. It's not her ability. She looks lost. But Kamilla, you got to set the screen, my darling. My darling. I hate to keep calling you all about your screens, but they bad. Your screens are bad. Kamilla, set the screen. Look at this. That's not even a screen. Wow. But watch what Angel does. And Camilla's looking right at her, so I hope she learns how to set a screen after that play. Watch this. Look at this. Stunts the screen, brushes it, pulls up for the jumpy, the midi. If Angel Reese can knock that down, hey, she gonna be special. If she can knock that down, she gonna be special. If she can knock that down, she gonna be special. Again, see, this is a play that can fool y'all. Again, gotta be better. Gotta be better. See, this play right here is why I'm really mad at Kamilla. And all of y'all who said, and look, and all of y'all who said, don't take the preseason seriously, it's just one game. I'm about to show y'all two plays. I need y'all to put y'all phones down. I need y'all to turn y'all microphones up and watch the screen. I'm about to show y'all two plays that you break bad habits in the regular season. This is for all of y'all. These two plays is for all of y'all that say, oh, Zoe, don't worry about it. Oh, Uncle J.E., don't worry about it. It's the preseason. Oh, Barbershop Talk, don't worry about it. It's the preseason. They're going to get better. I'm about to show y'all two plays that can hurt us or help us during the regular season and going into the playoffs. Watch this. This is all of y'all who won't give people time and grace. How y'all gonna feel during the regular season when Kamilla and Kia Nurse doing stuff like this? Watch this. Watch this. Look at this. Misses a point blank layup. Watch what she does. Look at what she does. This is the stuff. This is the stuff y'all want me to let slide during the preseason. This stuff like this. Watch this. Watch this. Jogs back down court. Ain't guarding nobody. She's literally guarding nobody. This is the stuff y'all want me to say, give her grace and give her time on. This is why some of y'all, I don't think y'all real Chicago Sky fans. I think y'all just Angel Reese fans. If Chicago Sky loses, but Angel Reese has 50 points and 30 rebounds, y'all happy. Y'all not Chicago Sky fans. Those of you who are just Angel Reese fans, she's on the Chicago Sky. She's not on the Angel Reese Sky. She's on the Chicago Sky. If you want Angel Reese to look good, Chicago Sky has to look good. Angel Reese is on the Chicago Sky. She's not on the Angel Reese Sky. Look, we all love Angel Reese. I'm from Louisiana. We adopted Angel Reese, but she's on the Chicago Sky. This is the stuff y'all want me to say. Oh, it's the preseason. Watch Camilla. Watch this. She don't guard nobody, and then she gets mad. See, this is the stuff I don't like. You run down court after bricking an open layup, jogging back down court. You get mad. You got mad because you're not guarding nobody. Watch this. Look at this. And one. And smiles. And one. I want y'all to watch this in the totality. This how I know some of y'all, man. Some of y'all be, oh, woo. Some of y'all, man. Some of y'all, hey. Some of y'all, man. Y'all got to do better, man. Some of y'all got to do better. Man. Watch this. And y'all want me to be happy with that. And look at her face right now. If I'm Tyler Marsh, what the hell are you doing? Look, man. You can't laugh your way out of a mistake. You can't. You can't laugh your way out of a mistake. Hey, some of y'all act like, see, this is how I know this is the difference between people that sleep, eat, and breathe basketball or sports in general. You got sports fans out there. I'm not even talking to the athletes. You got sports fans out there who take offense to stuff like this. Some of y'all are just fans of athletes and don't really care about the sport. So to some of y'all, this is overreacting. This is all Zoe's preseason. That's those fans. I don't do my content for those fans. I do my content for fans who appreciate basketball, who appreciate sports. I do my content for people who know what it feels like to run 6 miles a day, to run 300 suicides, to put up 1,500 shots, to watch 30 hours of film during a week. That's the people I'm talking to. That's the people I'm talking to. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm not talking to the fans. I'm talking to the people that really love sports. I'm talking to them, and I'm talking to the people that played it and know what it takes to be great. I'm talking to the people that played it and know what it is to put your body on the line every day. That's the people I'm talking to. I'm talking to the people who lost friends because basketball was so important. I'm talking to the people who didn't have a childhood, who gave up their childhood, who gave up cartoons, who gave up Saturday mornings with their family because training in basketball and football was more important. That's the people I'm talking to. And y'all wonder why I'm so passionate? I just explained to you why I'm so passionate when I talk basketball. Because I gave up my childhood. Ask my friends. I didn't hang with them. I seen my friends at school doing recess, and that was it. If I was Camilla teammate, if I was the leader on that team, I would have walked by tylermarsh. He in the sharp corner. Y'all can't see him though. He in the lower right left corner. I would have walked by him doing that free throw and said, "What the hell was that? Get out the game, man." Camilla, you got a happy-go-lucky attitude. I get it. But this is basketball. You're getting paid to play basketball. You're not on the park where it's next play. You're getting paid to play basketball at a high level. I don't even care if you're getting paid a penny. Somebody is giving you their dollars to play basketball. I like Camilla's talent, but I don't even think it's her IQ. I think it's Camilla's mindset. I love Camilla's talent. And this film breakdown, those of you who out there who are Camilla fans, ask Angel Reese fans. I'm objective across the board. There's film studies where Angel Reese fans have said, "Zoe, why you being hard on Angel Reese?" So all of you that's Camilla fans right now, trust me, Angel Reese done got this work too. Get better, man. Her mentality got to change. Her mentality got to change. Get better. Her mentality got to change. It got to change. Camilla is too talented. Camilla has too much potential. IQ and mentality is holding her back. IQ and mentality. Don KGB. I don't think Camilla's soft because I don't see people pushing her around. I don't see people bullying Camilla. I don't see people challenging Camilla a lot. Camilla, if you watch film, Camilla really gets in her own way. I don't think she's soft. She just gets in her own way with her mentality and her IQ. She really just gets in her own way. Camilla has the potential to be the best, one of the best top 3 centers in the league if she wouldn't be in her own way. Camilla is in her own way. That's why I'm going to be watching. Okay. Mentality wise, okay, yeah. All right. If you're talking mentality wise, right. Look, at some point, because I see some people in the chat saying maybe she not brought in, she missed home, all of this. At some point, Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh are going to have to say, are we going to keep banking on Kamilla's potential? Or are we going to get somebody who want to be here? That's two different things. At some point, we're adults. Look, Kamilla is an adult. Kamilla is an adult. At some point, Tyler Marsh and Jeff P. got to sit down. If things don't turn around with her, Kamilla is an adult. At some point, Jeff P. and Tyler Marsh got to say, do we want to keep banking on her potential? Or do we want someone that wants to actually be here and play hard alongside you? How you're in the front court with Angel Reese and you don't even get motivated to play hard? You're playing alongside Angel Reese and they don't even motivate you to play hard. They don't even give you some, like, even if you might feel like Kamilla could be a better player one day than Angel Reese, she won't be because she can't even get motivated to play better than Angel Reese. It's not her talent. It's her mentality and IQ that's holding her back. She's in her own way. Goon the shooter. Kamilla is not a better center than Ezzy with the Seattle Storm, and she's not a better center than Alana Smith with the Minnesota Lynx. That's 5 right there. She's not better than Asia. She's not better than Jaquel. Kamilla is not top 3. Kamilla, first of all, she's not better than Izzy at all. Rim protection, scoring, running the floor. She's not better. Kamilla is not better than Izzy at all. And she's not better than Elena Smith. Elena Smith makes all WNBA teams defensively. Some of y'all come in the comment section, and that's how I know y'all just watch the Chicago Sky. Y'all don't watch the other teams. Y'all just watch the Chicago Sky and watch highlights of the other teams. Y'all don't actually watch the other teams. Because if you think Kamilla is better than Ezzy, you don't know basketball. If you think Kamilla is better than Elena Smith, you don't know basketball. Can she be better than them one day? Yes, she has the potential. But she's in her own way because of her mentality and her IQ. This was stuff that some of y'all said. This is a play where some of y'all said, Zoe, it's the preseason. It's all right. They're going to get better. You can't get better from this if you don't correct it right away. This stuff right here can linger into the regular season. This could be a game-winning and one that we just gave up because we didn't fix this in the preseason. This could be a regular season game. They get the rebound after we missed the layup and go back the other way, and Kamilla clapping her hands, jogging down court, not even trying to get back on defense, and you're the one that missed the layup. Somebody else did. I see if you got mad because somebody else turned the ball over. You're mad because you missed the layup. You're being lazy because you missed the layup. Tyler Marsh, this should be the first play when him and Kamilla sit down to watch film. This should be the first play he draw up. Kamilla, what was that? Kamilla, I don't want to see that ever again. If I'm Tyler Marsh, that's what I'm telling her. You're better than that. We're better than that. Set the example. Here's another one. Watch this. Watch this. Kia Nurse, ball bounce off your feet. I hate players that do this. What are you laughing for? You turned the ball. I hate why you turn the ball over and what are you laughing for? What are you this is not funny. How is this funny? Tell me, how is this funny? What up, Duval? Tell me how is this funny? Bad habits. See, let me tell y'all something. If this was the Aces, if this was the Liberty, if this was the Minnesota Lynx, where they turn the ball over and laugh because they know they had it if they made it, I'm okay with that. Y'all did not make the playoffs last year. Y'all had locker room issues. Y'all got a new coach. Y'all GM is on the hot seat. Y'all roster is still being constructed. Nothing y'all doing is funny right now. That's what I need some of the Chicago Sky fans to realize. Nothing y'all doing is funny right now. Why is everything funny? Like y'all know for sure y'all got a playoff spot. Nothing y'all doing is funny right now. Nothing. Create good habits. Create ownership. I turned it over. All I need to be doing is clapping my hands saying, my bad, I got you next time, and get on defense. Why am I smiling about this? Nothing is funny. Y'all were horrible last season. Chicago Sky fans, you were not a good team last year. Nothing is funny in the preseason. Nothing should be funny. That's how I know some of y'all don't really care about Chicago Sky winning. None of this should be funny. I don't care if you was playing the 8-year-old bitty basketball team down the street. Nothing is funny. None of this is funny. Hey, Rachel Jackson, your comment, I'm gonna remember that during the regular season. I don't know if you knew here. I don't know if you knew here or not, but I'm in the regular season. Them comments like that, I'm gonna remember that during the regular season. I'm gonna remember that during the regular season. I'm gonna remember that during the regular season. I swear I will. I swear I will. I will. I will. Because nothing funny. Chicago Sky didn't make the playoffs last year. Where's the chip on your shoulder? Like, where's the chip on your shoulder? Where's the not this year mentality? Like, where is it? Where's the chip on your shoulder? How is that funny? Like, is that a new thing? Is that a new thing that athletes do? Because I back in the day, even when I was watching basketball back in the day, why are you laughing on the turnover? And then you got people in the chat is why these players today don't play hard, because it's always don't worry about it, next play. Y'all the reason some of these athletes can't keep a job. Y'all the reason some of these athletes are not getting paid. Y'all the reason some of these athletes didn't make it past high school. Y'all the reason. I want y'all to know that. Y'all the reason some of these athletes that y'all see on YouTube with all these highlight plays getting millions of views, and then y'all see 3 years later they working at McDonald's. Y'all the reason why. Because all y'all care about is highlights. Y'all don't care about winning. Y'all don't care about winning mentalities. Y'all don't care about chips on your shoulder. Y'all don't care about not this year. Again, I go back and watch my live replay at the end of the Chicago Sky season. I'm gonna put all y'all chats up on the big screen. So be careful what you comment. I'm gonna put all your chats up on the big screen. I go back and watch all my live replays, and I take screenshots. I'm gonna put all your chats up on the screen at the end of the season. All that, Zoe, why you so mad right now? Why you overreacting? Why you taking it so seriously? I'm gonna put all them on the screen at the end of the season. All them gonna be on the screen. All them gonna be on the screen. Basketball is supposed to be fun. Basketball is supposed to be fun. I get it. Have fun while playing the right way. You know you can do that, right? You can still have fun, but play the right way. You know you can do that, right? Like, that's actually a thing. You know that, right? If you watch the Golden State Warriors throughout the years, they have fun playing. You see them kiki. You see Draymond talking trash. But guess what? When rubber needs to meet the road, they're going to make the right play. They're going to all do the little things. You're going to see all 5 players, even Steph Curry, getting in there for a loose rebound, diving on the floor. You know you can play the right way and still have fun, right? You ain't got to choose. You can actually do both. Y'all know that, right? Y'all do know you can play the right way and still have fun. Because technically, isn't the term, it's fun when you're winning? Because guess what? When them little bad habits and that little nonchalant stuff cause you to lose game, you ain't going to be laughing then. When all them little bad habits, all that nonchalant, all that laughing off of turnovers cause you to lose games, you won't be laughing then. Kia Nurse, when you shoot 0 for 7 and cost us a game this year, I want to see you smiling, and I want to see what all them in the chat that's agreeing with you laughing off that turnover in preseason. I want to see them back on this live stream, and I want them to hold you accountable because you went 0 for 7 and you didn't care. See what I'm talking about? Some of y'all got to be careful what y'all say. Some of y'all really got to be careful what y'all say. You can have fun. It's only fun when you're winning. Chicago Sky didn't win last year, so what is funny? That's what I'm confused about. You didn't win, so what is so funny? Look, hey, Lilac, I already know it's coming. It's coming. I already know it's coming. She gonna shoot 0 for 7, and everybody in the chat in the post game gonna be mad. And I'm gonna remember who said, "Oh, Zoe, let it go. It's just preseason." I just want Chicago Sky to be a good team. If y'all think I overreact, that's your problem. If y'all think I'm too hard on them, that's your problem. I want Chicago Sky to have a good team. I want Angel Reese to make all NBA and all WNBA and make the All-Star. I want Camilla to make one of the all defensive team. I want Ariel Atkins to be all defense and make the All-Star game. I want Tylermarsh to be coach of the year. But guess what comes with that? Accountability. Guess what comes with that? Nobody's above reproach. Guess what comes with that? A winning mentality. Guess what comes with that? Knowing how to win games. Guess what comes with that? Good habits. Guess what comes with that? Playing hard. Guess what comes with that? Taking no playoff. Y'all want all these things for the Chicago Sky and the players. But yet y'all want it, y'all okay with them taking plays off. Y'all okay with them not having a winning mentality. Y'all okay with them not playing together. Y'all okay with it with no accountability. Y'all okay with some people being above reproach. Y'all okay with all those things, but yet y'all want Chicago Sky to win. Hit that like button, man. Let me see how many likes we got in here, man, before we move on. Let me see how many likes we got in here. Because y'all be stunting with the likes, man. I don't know what be going on, man. I don't know what be going on, man. Y'all be stunting with the likes, man. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. We got 157. We got 157 people in here and 84 likes, man. Hit the like button. Hey, Gamble, that's what they be doing, freeloading. All they do is take all my information, and I'll kept me. But all they come over here to do is take my information, go run back to their channels and run back to their favorite channels and talk about it in the chat like they created it. Hey, Z, I might agree with you, Z. I might agree with you, Z. The fever don't look. I mean, they didn't have Caitlin Clark. It is preseason. You're not running a lot of sets, but their defense looked the suspect. Their transition defense was horrible. They made a lot of silly mistakes that has nothing to do with the with Caitlin Clark not being there. They again new team. The mistakes happen. It happens. That's why I'm not mad at mistakes. I noticed even when Kia Nurse bounced the ball off her foot, I wasn't mad that she turned it over. I was mad at her reaction after she turned it over. Even with Camilla, I wasn't mad that Camilla didn't set the screen right. I was mad that she didn't know what she was doing. After the fact, I wasn't mad that Camilla missed the layup. I was mad Camilla didn't get back on defense. That got nothing to do with rust. Those things that I'm mad about got nothing to do with rust. It got nothing to do with first game of the season. That's mentality, man. That's mentality. That got nothing to do with basketball itself. That's a mindset. I'm gonna drop the link. Remember, watch your language, panel etiquette, no cursing, all of that other stuff. Hey, let Goon, Goon the shooter, man. He just be trolling, y'all. Don't mind Goon. And hey, nobody, and make sure nobody block Goon. Let Goon just be trolling, man. Don't pay Goon no mind.
First of all, Prince, who be cursing? You hear me?
I can hear you. Nobody really be cursing, but you gotta make sure people got panel etiquette, man.
Oh, you had to put the disclaimer out there. I know I ain't never cursed on your live.
Nah, I said that before anybody. You just happen to be the first person that asks for the link.
Nah, you know how it is, because once you stop your film, you don't got nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? Now you gotta let the experts talk now.
Yeah.
No, but this is what I'm gonna say. Good news. If you watch the flow of the game last night, as well far as like the offense and how the offense is function, I think that's great for the future of this team this year. Don't you agree with that?
Yeah.
Like I said, because it was no flow, it was no continuity last year. It was a bunch of like mumbo jumbo, like you just trying to figure things out on the fly. Seems like this year they have more of a structure when it comes to what they try to accomplish on each possession. Now, I do agree with you on Camilla with this. Say the pick, she did set it right. She wasn't as aggressive on defense, but most importantly, she's not assertive. And my biggest issue with Camilla right now, I think she's a great player and she have great potential. But you can't want to be the number one option and not be assertive. Not be somebody that set the tone of how the team is going to play. Is that correct?
Correct.
Yeah, because if you gonna want to be the number one option and you just going through the motions, you know what I'm saying, you might as well sit on the bench. You're not doing the team no good. If somebody gonna be the number one option or even number two option, they got to set the tone of how the team gonna play that day. I got to see somebody be the tone setter. It can't be an Angel Reese if she gonna be the third option. She shouldn't be the tone setter. It should be Camilla if that's something that people really want from her. And that's Vandersloot. The Vandersloot pick is an underrated pick for me. The way that she passed the ball effortlessly, I think that really is a tone setter and a foundation for, because that means the play never stops. You can't just assume when somebody in the air, you know what I'm saying, just look up and wait for the rebound. You got to still keep your eyes on the prize, because at the end of the day, she could pass it in midstream. Was that type of point guard you was on, Prince, or you're just a defensive player?
As far as what?
Like how you set the tone on offense. Was that was your specialty, or you were just a defensive point guard, like a Pat Beverly or somebody like that?
Nah. I was more like a Rondo. I was more like a Rondo.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a real good stroke. I had long arms, though. I was quick at getting to the rim. I didn't learn how to shoot till like my sophomore year. I was more like a Rondo kind of point guard, a floor setter. I think that's why I'm so good at like film study, because I really watched and understood the floor spacing and how important it was, how to get the ball to certain areas at certain times. I was really more of like a floor setter, defensive point guard.
Oh, okay. That makes sense, because I like.
You get some people that be lying about their careers. Look, I was not your best shooter. I'm gonna be honest. I was not your best shooter. I was not your best shooter.
Like, especially up until my college career, I wasn't good on offense. I was more a great rebounder and a great defender. So that's why I understand defense. That's why I can tell you how somebody playing on defense and why somebody made a defensive.
Okay.
If Julia Pope basically saying that she talked to the coaching staff and that was the plan, is to make her the number one option. And I'm saying, if you're gonna be the number one option, or if the team want her to be the number one option.
No, that's right. That's right.
And so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, if the team made that decision, if Tylermarsh made that decision that, hey, I'm going to make Camilla the number one option because I want to keep her engaged, I want to keep her setting picks properly and really following her assignment to the foundation of the film study, then she has to set the tone of what this team going to be on that particular day. It shouldn't be Angel setting the tone if y'all gonna try to make her the number three option. That's what I'm saying. I know Angel's the the leader of the
So
team.
so let's have a discussion about that, because and maybe only 20 of them in the chat. So the other 123 people that's just listening and not in the chat, they perhaps don't even really know basketball like that. So they're learning on the fly, like most of people are that's just being introduced. So when we start talking, kind of like basketball terms, we got to make sure we got to hold ourselves and others around us accountable for like giving the real context to certain things, because the first option, second option, third option thing, like you play ball, right?
Of course.
How many times did your coach use that term? Be honest. How many times did you at practice did you hear your coach you say you the first option, you the second option, you the third option? How many times at practice during the season you heard your coach actually say that?
It was fluid because we had two great players on my team when we played. So it depends on.
But the coach never really said like you gonna shoot first. Like no, the coach don't really say that though, right? That's not like not an end all be. So my thing, this is my thing. Okay, this is my thing. So why, when a reporter says it, everybody just takes it out of context and acts like, oh, Tylermarsh is saying Kamilla gonna be the first person to shoot, or Kamilla gonna decide when Angel or Ariel Atkins or Vandersloot gets a touch. Look, reporters don't know lingo like that, and they know the casual fan doesn't. So when they write stuff up, they write it in a layman's term so your casual audience can understand what they're saying. We don't use a lot of that terminology. That's why people always think I'm disagreeing with them. I'm not disagreeing with you. Your take is coming from somebody who wrote it in layman's term, and it actually doesn't mean that. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm telling you where you got that information is not as it was explained to you. That's not correct. You get what I'm saying?
I get you. But I think the reason why people got so hung up on that article with Julia Pope, because like I said the other day, like big picture, especially with Fever fans, like I said, our fans, those casual people that don't really pay attention to basketball. They want Kamilla to be the focal point of the offense to move Angel out the way to diminish her value to the team, so she won't be in the Caitlin Clark conversation. So that's why people was running with that term. Hey, they want to make Kamilla the first option because in their mind, they felt like Kamilla was held back because of Angel when they didn't watch film like me and you. They did not watch every Sky game. They did not watch every Sky possession and know that, hey, it wasn't Angel's fault that the point guards and the guards on the team were playing politics with basketball. We could show that on film. It wasn't Angel's fault that, Kamilla sometimes would just go through the motions, and even when there's rebounds that drop right in front of her, she don't be aggressive to go get it. Now, it was Angel assertiveness that would give Kamilla the ball, but they don't say that. And Julia Pope and Anna Kosovo, who was a former reporter for the Chicago Sun-Times, did not convey that to her audience. They just like to leave things vague because they just looking for clicks. But they're not realizing they are messing with people's reputations and mental health. I'm talking about Angel Reese. Because she get unnecessary blowback based on lies and misenunciation and misterminology that media reporters who should know better is using to get clickbait. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look, they can write what they want. You can't control people from writing what they want. Again, they work for a bigger corporation that probably has an agenda to push. I really never get caught up in that. I get caught up in the basics. If I'm a basketball player, I stick to the basics of what basketball is. I just feel like that whole write-up got too much attention for the wrong reasons. And then when it was addressed even by Angel Reese channels, I'm not afraid to admit it, even by the Angel Reese based channels, the way that they were explaining it and they took it on was incorrect. And it just became this whole narrative of Kamilla going to decide when this person shoots. Like, no. See, this is what happens. When we do that and come at it in that way, we take away from what we're actually trying to do, which is create a cohesive basketball community. Because I will push back on the other side is always, why are y'all trying to divide and conquer? But then in turn, when we hear things we don't like, we divide and conquer instead of coming at it with a better and fuller analysis and understanding to make it make more sense. We're literally doing the same thing. We just don't see it objectively because we're the ones doing it. That makes sense?
That made perfect sense. See,
So for me, for me, what I would have done is, because I kind of mentioned it, what I would have done is, like I said, whoever is using Camilla being the leader of the team or the franchise player as the number one option for the write-up is wrong, because we as basketball players don't even use that term even at practice. We know who the go-to players are. When we're running a play, we know who to look for in certain areas of the floor. We know who on the team who can shoot. We know on the team who can pass. So any noise outside of that is contrary to what people believe. Reporters have a job to report anything that's breaking news and will gain clicks. That's how you should approach that. So technically, the first option, second option nonsense is inconclusive and incorrect, because if Camilla is the first option, that means she's not the one they're looking to score. That means she's the one that creates the first action for off the ball action that is about to happen for the people that are actually going to score. Because if we want Angel Reese to lead the team in scoring, she shouldn't touch the ball first, because the first person who touches the ball, all 10 eyes are on them, because the first action shifts the defense. The second and the third action creates unbalance. That's how I would have approached it if I would have actually. But I don't, me, I don't do like breaking news stuff, So, but that's how I would approach it. See, you got to make people feel clueless.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I just said makes her article not creditable. Literally, just that. It makes her article not creditable, because she reported it as Camilla is going to be the leading scorer, right? But in all totality, that's not even the language that we use in basketball. That's a reporter's language. So anybody who's reading it now knows they can read that and let it go in one ear and not the other.
And see, that what made somebody like Julia Pope so irresponsible, because she has access to those coaches, and she had access to people that could break it down to it in a way where she could break it down to her audience properly, because she knows the discord between the Fever fan and the Chicago Sky fan, the Angel Reese fan versus the Clark fan. She knows that's a toxic environment between two fan bases. So she knows anything that she writes that's not properly in context is going to draw not only clicks to her channel and her article, but discourse between two fan bases that's already toxic. So that's why she's doing people like Camilla and Angel and even the two fan bases of this service. Because if we want to really break it down, the number one, number two, number three option, just like you said, that's also correct. But it's also like sometimes the number one option be somebody that, hey, they want to get the ball, get them the ball early, so they can feel engaged. Or it could be a situation where the best player get the most touches. That's the franchise player, and then whoever get the touches after that, based on the pecking order of the team. So there's a lot of stuff she could have added in that story, but she didn't, because she only cared about clicks. She did not care about educating her audience when it comes to pure basketball knowledge. She don't care about that, and that's why I went off the other day because of it.
Right, but see, this is what we can't do though, because I've been listening to people been coming back tell me stuff. I've been listening to how people break it down. This is what we can't do though. If there is a discourse, this is what we can't do though. We can't in turn diminish what Camilla brings to the Chicago Sky to make a point why she shouldn't be the first option, or whatever else they want to frame. Because I'm still stuck on this option thing. Like, that really doesn't exist, because every play is its own play. For instance, if we're running a high-low play, whoever is the high screener is the first action on the ball. I tell people this all the time. In the triangle, Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan was not the first action. It was Paul Gasol, Shaquille O'Neal when he was there, and for them, it was Horace Grant before he got traded. They're not
Lou Longley.
You got to shift the defense in order to create the one-on-one for Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. You got to shift the defense. You don't want them going against two sets of players every time down. The triangle helped balance out the floor and shift the defense so your ISO players like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan can take advantage of weaker defenders. That's how that worked. That's how that worked. That's why to run the triangle, you need a dominant big.
Yeah. Well, yes and no, because like I said, with Chicago Bulls, it was Luke Longley, Bill Wennington. They weren't dominant bigs. They were just bodies. But with the Lakers, they did have Shaq. They did have Paul Gasol. They had also Lamar Odom was sometimes used to play that high, you know what I'm saying, that high first option to get Kobe, you know what I'm saying, his screens and everything else. So it was two different versions of the triangle based on, you know, the era, like with the Chicago Bulls era and then the Lakers era. So you're correct by that. But it's not that I'm saying Camilla don't deserve to get touches. What I'm saying is if Camilla going to get the offense ran through her at any point, she got to be aggressive. She can't be passive. I agree with you
on that part.
She has to change her mentality. Because like I told people, we would never take the next step if Camilla stays stagnant. She has to take that next step too. It can't just be Angel taking the next step. Camilla got to take that next step. She got to be the like I said, if Angel the engine, she got to be the transmission. They got to both set the tone. Because if one didn't set the tone and the other don't set the tone, then they can easily isolate on Angel and make Camilla beat them. And so Camilla got to put them in a position where she beats them as well. So the defense cannot just isolate on one person.
See, the most important thing for Camilla is her ability to utilize her size. But for her to utilize her size correctly, she has to understand how to play basketball while not just relying on that she's 6'7". That makes sense to you?
Perfect sense.
It's like a shorter player, right? It's like Vandersloot. If you watch Vandersloot plays, you can't tell she's 5'8". Even though she's 5'8", you can't tell that she's just 5'8", because she can get in the lane with the best of them. She can operate pick and roll with the best of them. She can see over and around defenses with the best of them because she knows how to angle her pick and roll. She knows how to angle her drives to see the floor. Camilla has to understand angles. She has to understand patience when she's in the post, and she has to understand play calling. Camilla's IQ is so important for her development because Camilla at 6'7", she isn't going to wow you with her athleticism. So for her athleticism, she is at her peak. Camilla is at her peak of athleticism in year 2. This is the peak of Camilla's athleticism.
Yes.
She won't jump any higher. She won't get any faster. She has to start solely depending on her understanding, experience, and IQ of knowing what to be on the court and what to do. When she sets a screen, she has to be able to read the floor and say, instead of me going post up, I see Angel Reese right there. Let me go to the dunker spot. Hey, on this post up, the floor is overloaded. Let me shift with the ball. You get what I'm saying? She has to learn how to. Camilla hasn't really grasped the concept of actually knowing how to play basketball. She's just tall. And that might go over a lot of people's head because they're like, well, she's the number 3 pick in the draft. She won 2 championships at South Carolina. What you mean she don't know how to play basketball? If I put Camilla on a court with 5 players and say, Camilla, we about to set this screen. What do you do next on this overload side? I have a hard time believing Camilla is going to give me the right answer just from watching film. That's what I mean about Camilla has to learn how to play basketball. And that's why I was on Teaspoon too much last year, because I think Teaspoon did not do a well enough job at helping Angel Reese and Kamilla understand the basketball court. It's levels to basketball.
Yes, that's true. And I think the difference between an Angel and a Camilla, they neither was developed in college when it comes to how to be a big man. But Angel IQ is so high, she know how to adjust on the fly. With Camilla, like I say, for example, say if the ball go in the air, and you get boxed out. You got a man boxed out in front of you. If that's Camilla, she don't just stand right there and she don't feel like the play is over. But what Camilla should do is either two things: either swim the opponent and get in front of that opponent, or use a spin move to get in front of the opponent and be in the front position of her man. That way she can have the offensive rebound clear in front of her. You see what I'm saying? But she don't do that. It's like she just when player is in front of her, boxing her out, she feel like play is over. No, there are things you can do to counteract whatever move somebody try to place on you. Or sometimes, like what Angel does, she set her anchor well before the ball get put up in the air because she know who finna shoot and who not finna shoot. Camille need to do something similar to that. See, sometimes you have to be 2-3 plays ahead. So sometimes you have to also know your personnel. So if you playing with a Kennedy Carter and know somebody she's a gunner, then you already know, okay, when she about to go into a shoot motion, let me already put myself in position to get the rebound. But she don't do that. And by the time she get to a position to want a rebound, she already boxed out. So she's out to play. And so it's stuff like that that need to be learned with Camilla. And Angel too, but I think Angel's further ahead when it comes to that stuff than Camilla. That's why I like this coaching staff when it comes to Paris and the Nigerian lady and Tanisha Wright, because they was also former big men. So they're going to teach her the nuances that she should have been taught with Don Staley in college. But she's already 2 years behind. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like maybe again, reporters can skew things. They can take words into context, things like that. Maybe Tylermarsh wants to play an in-out system. And when you play an in-out system, your big is always going to get the first action to the ball because you're playing in-out. You're not playing out-in. And again, it looks like they're going to play fast. So most teams that play fast and have court, they do play in-out because they play fast. So it basically helps them unbalance the defense because most people think, well, all teams that play fast, all they do is shoot threes. Chicago did get up a lot of threes last night after only attempting like 14 a game last year. I think B had called it out yesterday when we was watching the game. They took like 8 threes in the first quarter, but that's all transition threes. They weren't really in the flow of like the half court offense. It was a lot of transitional threes. In half court, if you notice, they ran a lot of double horn screens. They ran a lot of post ups, trying to get it to Angel Reese or Camilla. They ran a lot of 15, 10-foot middies. It looks like in half court, they're going to confuse the defense by playing inside out, but they are going to get in transition and get threes up when defenses are sagging to the paint on Camilla rim running. That's why Camilla rim running is going to be so important. If you do want to get threes up in transition, Camilla has to be able to get from one end to the other before the defense sets because it unbalances the floor. And now your Kia Nurses, now your Rebecca Allens, now your Ariel Agons and your Michaelas, they can just spot up for threes when Angel Reese and Vandersloot is pushing the basketball. It's levels to this. So Camilla got to understand that there's levels to this, and she got to do her part. Look, I always said, for me, a comfortable stat line for Camilla is 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 1.5 blocks a game. If Camilla can give me that, I got a good Camilla.
I agree. I
don't need Camilla to be in the 15 to 17 points a game. I don't need her to be in the 14 rebounds a game because Camilla is slow-footed and she isn't athletic. She's not going to wow you with her rebounding. She's going to her big body is going to be the biggest factor to her in the paint. Not her rebounding, not her athleticism. Her body, her 6-foot frame is going to be important for her, but she has to understand how to use it correctly. She does not use 6'7" correctly. Yes, you can't teach 6'7", but guess what? There's a lot of can't teach 6'7" playing on the blacktop right now because they never figured out basketball.
Yep, that's 100%. And then also, I will also add to that stat line. She need to get 3 assists a game because she is a very good passer. I would give her that. She know how to pass out double teams. She's great at passing across court. Like even last night when she passed it to Kia Nurse, and Kia Nurse, no, not Kia Nurse, Becca Allen. And Becca Allen hit that 3. She got a great feel of knowing where the double team coming from and making the right pass on the right play. Because she did that last year. So I want those assists to go up too. So I can see.
I don't mind. I don't mind your expectation of 3 assists a game, especially if some of the action is going to be ran through Camilla. She can get some backdoors with Angel Reese. That's another wrinkle that I wish Tylermarsh would sprinkle into Chicago's offense, especially if you're going to have shooters out there. Get Angel Reese in some pin downs where she's stunt screening on the dunker spot and just flashing to the back door, like sprinkling some of that in more. Get Angel Reese some more easier buckets. And again, Vandersloot's ability to play off ball is going to be important too if you do want Camilla to get 3 assists. Vandersloot ability to just give it to Camilla in the dunker spot or at the high break and just play off the ball. If you want Camilla to get those 3 assists, that's going to be important as well. Because Camilla's assist isn't going to come from running a handoff. That's not really her game. Camilla's assist is going to come from being double teamed in the post. It's going to come from playing high post, backdoor layups with Angel Reese or maybe Michaela or even Ariel Atkins sometimes. That's where her assists are going to come from. That's what she did at South Carolina. Her assists didn't come from handoffs. Her assists didn't come from dribble drive penetration. They came from playing out of the high post, running pin downs and backdoor screens, coming off of flares with the shooters. Like that's where her assists come from. So if you do want her to get 3 assists, Tylermarsh is going to have to sprinkle that into the offense. So if you do have that expectation, you got to watch the game and say, okay, I got the expectation for Camilla to get 3 assists. Let me see how the offense look. And then when you give an assessment on Camilla, though, Duvall, you listen to this part?
I hear you.
Don't look at the stat sheet and say Camilla didn't have 3 assists. Look at the stat sheet and say, I watched the game and I see why she didn't have 3 assists.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people don't do. They give the expectation of what they want from a player, but then they turn around and bring up the stat sheet to make their point, whether they agree or disagree. The film gotta matter. Because at the end of the day, I can't score if the play isn't ran for me. I can't give an assist if there's no opportunities for me to get a player open. That's what I'm talking about when some players give assessments. Don't give the expectation and just bring up the stat sheet when you want to make your point. You got to use film. You got to use eye tests. And you got to know what you're watching.
See, that's the difference between those stat nerds that just watch, that just regurgitate stats instead of film study people that know why certain things didn't happen. And so that's why when people could look at certain stats and say, okay, this person didn't do this because the stats say this. But that's why the advanced film, the advanced matches matter. That's why your eye test and your film study matter. Because when you add those things together, you can put everything into context. Because like I said, the stats don't tell the whole story. Because like I said, even like for instance, Angel Reese shot 39% last year. People just say, okay, well, she was a bad shooter. Not really. She got blocked quite a bit. She got fouled quite a bit. Her technique wasn't there. And she wasn't in condition. She more in condition this year because she's playing a different style. But coming into the season last year and coming out of college and adjustment to the WNBA, she was not in peak condition to, to play a full course game and to follow through with contact even when she getting hit by bigger and taller opponents. And so that's why film matters. That's why I don't just go off of just stats. I also go off of advanced metrics because a lot of those things tell the story, not just the raw numbers. Because the raw numbers can get skewed at times, especially if you don't know what you're watching.
So one last take because I gotta get out of here. I got about 10 more minutes left in me. One last take. I need people to realize that all this back and forth with Angel Reese and Camilla is doing so it's two takes. Is doing a disservice to what we want to build as Chicago Sky fans. Again, let's not just be Angel Reese fans. If you're an Angel Reese fan, you should want Chicago Sky to win. They're not called the Angel Reese Sky. They're called the Chicago Sky. If Angel Reese was on the Los Angeles Sparks, they're called the Los Angeles Sparks, not the Angel Reese Sparks. You should be wanting these players to get better. You should be wanting these players to be in the right position. If you want Angel Reese to win, it starts with the team winning. She wins when the team wins.
Mm-hmm.
So let's make sure that we're at least attempting to uplift Michaela and Vandersloot and I even praise, I'm hard on Michaela. You done heard my takes on Michaela. I want to go.
Yeah.
But she played okay yesterday. And the first thing I said in my post game yesterday, and make sure y'all tune in after every Chicago Sky game for my post game. I gave her props for floor spacing, not being stuck in the corner. I rarely seen Camilla in the corner like she was last year. She was operating on the wing. She had a dribble drive pull up on the baseline. Like you can tell in the offseason, she really watched film. It was like, damn, I'm in the corner a lot. I'd be like, Michaela, there's other places on the floor, right? That's why her offense was so inconsistent, because she just sits in the corner and wait for a kick out. Michaela, you can move in the offense, right? You can move out that spot. You act like you got glue stuck to your shoes, man. And again, so that part right there, and when we think about the Chicago Sky offense, I'm sorry to break it to everybody. We getting in a frenzy about this number one option nonsense that literally doesn't exist on a basketball court. That's some reporter talk. Ariel Atkins will literally lead the Chicago Sky in shot attempts. I'm sorry to tell y'all this. So y'all going back and forth about Angel Reese versus Camilla, who gonna shoot, who's the number one option, who the offense run through. Ariel Atkins at the end of the season will end up leading Chicago Sky in shot attempts. So y'all getting in a frenzy and making all this unnecessary content for no reason. If you understand basketball and you know how these players play,
yes,
Ariel Atkins will end up leading the Chicago Sky in shot attempts. So that's why I'm telling people, and she'll end up being the leading scorer. So that's why I'm telling people, don't worry about Ariel Atkins. Notice, Duvall, if you watched that game yesterday, Ariel Atkins was not part of the offense. You know why? You know why? Because at practice, Tylermarsh probably realized, and we came into seasons like this where coaches would come to me and be like, hey, Zoe, get it to him and him. We need to wake them up. We need to get them ready for the season. Jared gonna be okay. I would lead score my second year with named Jared. Jared gonna be okay. And I would warm up, and our exhibition games, we would play like foreign teams and stuff. We would run all our players for the shooters or the bigs, because Jared was gonna be okay. He was gonna average 19. So preseason, if you really paid attention, Ariel Atkins, it looked like she was not doing nothing. She was standing around. It's because Rebecca Allen, Michaela, Camilla, Angel Reese's jump shot. Notice Angel Reese didn't have a lot of dribble drives. She only had like 3 of them. The other ones was transition. Mm-hmm. She had a lot of pull-ups. She had a lot of baseline. She had a lot of high post action going on with the double horns. He's trying to integrate their play styles into what sets he want to run. Ariel Atkins is a bucket getter. You don't need to integrate them. They're going to integrate themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Smart offensive coaches know that. So don't worry about it. They having this frenzy. Ariel Atkins will end up being the leading scorer, and she'll be number one in shot attempts. Trust me.
I agree with you a couple reasons. Number one, Ariel Atkins might be leading the shot attempts because she got to be the closer. Because her and Angel's the two people that can get their own shot at any time. And so I agree with you 100% on that. And as a basketball player yourself, you know that coaches like to run certain things, especially in preseason, because it's an extended scouting report. He wants to see what works, what don't work, so they can make whatever necessary adjustments until the real games matter, so they know how to really attack this team and get the best out of everybody on the team. So I agree with you on that. Now, this is where I will defend Angel Reese fans and Chicago Sky fans. When you have to deal with the toxicity of the other fan base every day, you it's like you make an overcorrection to correct what they trying to bring to the Discord when you know they don't have the knowledge or to talk terminology when it comes to basketball. And you might say, yeah, you should just ignore it, but after a while it get irritated. And it really get irritated to a point where you want to punch them in the face, but you can't punch them in the face. So you overcorrect it by really breaking down stuff that it might not even understand, but then it can come across like you dismissing the other person. But people that watch the film know, hey, how things are set up and how things are being ran. But at the end of the day, when you have the other side that just constantly troll you, it triggers the Chicago Sky fans and the Angel Reese fans to make an overcorrection because of it. So I do have to be fair to them because of the discord you have to deal with every day. If it wasn't that discord, then I don't think it'll be no first option, second option. You know what I'm saying? Camilla get, you know what I'm saying, this amount of touches, Angel get this amount of touches. I don't think none of that would be there. But because of you got this other side of the fan base that the sole purpose is just to start confusion and to start drama and to create narratives, it makes it hard for people who really watch film to just be objective and keep it on film. You have to really, it's like you have to get on their level, but it take you out of character. So my apologies on that.
I'll say this though. I will never tell another person how to think, how to talk, how to react. That's just not my character. That's why I get mad at people that get upset because I'm braggadocious. Yes, I'm braggadocious. You don't like it, move around. You go find you an athlete that played at the highest level that's not. Again, people be having fanfare. If they met some of these athletes in person, they'll be in a shell shock. Y'all only see them dribble the basketball. Catch them in the locker room. You could be on the side of the road choking with a flat tire and they wouldn't pull over.
I remember even somebody like Chauncey Billups told a story about Carmelo Anthony that when Carmelo Anthony had 37 points and the team lost, he was beating his chest because, like I said, he had 37 points. But when the team won and he had only 12, he felt like he was at a funeral. Because at the end of the day, athletes like yourself and people that played at the highest level, y'all are proud of what you accomplished because it's not easy to get there. It's not easy to get to that mountaintop. People don't understand the sacrifices and the extra stuff that you have to do to get to that point and to that level of your career. And so when you get there, you have no choice but to be proud of what you accomplished and how you feel and how you feel about yourself and what you did. And so it don't come across braggadocious to somebody else that might not can relate to the grind that it takes to accomplish anything of that magnitude. So that's why I never took an offense because I understood what you had to do to get to that point. And so at times you're going to have a different mentality, a different screw loose when it comes to what you want to convey to not only to the audience, but saying how you feel about what you did, because at the end of the day, it's not easy to get to what you
look,
had
it's not
accomplished.
easy, man. Look. I was telling people earlier, man. Look, I gave up my entire childhood. I didn't watch cartoons. I didn't hang out with the family on Saturday mornings. Like, I don't remember my childhood. I just remember basketball and football. I don't remember my childhood. And then, people get upset with my personality, but then they make content about Shedeur Sanders and says, that's why I say as a community, sometimes we contradict ourselves. We want to pick and choose who can brag. We want to pick and choose who can be confident. We want to pick and choose who can talk about their accolades. Shedeur Sanders, we say, is confident, braggadocious. He knows his skill set. He grew up in a football family, right? Yep. Deion Sanders is his daddy.
Of course.
We make content and get mad at the other side for not letting him be himself, but yet we take offense to people like me personalities. You can't have it both ways. That mean you're being a hypocrite.
I think the difference is between you and Shedeur Sanders. I think the reason why people have that sympathy for Shedeur based on his personality is because they feel like, again, these owners and these racists is making an overcorrection to try to take the fun out of who he is as a person. And it's like they basically took money out of his pocket to try to humble them. And we as black people are tired of white people trying to humble us for who we are at heart. In your case, I don't think people is trying to take the take anything away from you. They're not trying to take your channel from you. They're not trying to take, you know what I'm saying, your accolades and anything else from you. So when they see you come across like that, they don't know how to respond well to that because they don't understand that, hey, it took a lot for you to get to where you are today, and not understand that even though you're not trying to take something from your channel or anything like that, but you can't try to take your joy and who you are and how it creates whatever narrative that you feel like that you built for yourself and how you should stand on everything that you accomplish. So nobody should never take that away from you, and you should never let nobody try to take that away from you.
Yeah. Look, I got no problem with the Angel Reese fans that want to protect her identity, want to protect her credibility. If you're a fan of someone, you're supposed to do that. That's why I said I'll never tell no one how to react, who to protect. Like we're all adults, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll never let someone else's opinion control my movements. That's why I try to keep it basketball and not try to get into like that's why I really try to stay away from all of the breaking news headlines and all of that, because look, those who do protect Angel Reese, I commend you. I couldn't do it. I'll be the first person to tell you, I don't got the mindset to every day just drill down on how great Angel Reese is. I don't have the wherewithal. So look, I don't have the energy. Like that seems very draining.
It is draining.
That's why I try to avoid it. It seems very draining. So
severely.
Like it's really in a sense commendable to those who want to stand up for Angel Reese. There's not a lot of people that stand up for our sisters. Look, I grew up with 4 sisters. I'm a mama's boy. I cover women's sports, not because I have to, because I choose to. So I commend them. I can't get into it, man. It just seems so draining. Look, if it's basketball and there's a hater or something talking about basketball, call me. But if it's just breaking news stuff, leave me out of it. Look, that's draining. And it's kind of like a Michael Jordan LeBron debate. Yeah. No, I can talk till I'm blue in the face. I can be objective as possible. I can be soft-spoken. I can beg you. I can tell you, watch this film. If you think Michael Jordan is better than LeBron, I'm not changing your mind. You're a grown man. That's why I don't get into the back and forths. It just seems very draining.
It is. And like I said, it got so bad that like even Angel Reese's mom had to speak this morning and defend her daughter, because it got to a point where now, because they couldn't critique Angel's game, because Angel played I ain't gonna say a near perfect game, but a very high level game last night for the minutes that she played. So now they want to go to attendance. Even though Caitlin Clark fans had an empty arena today too, but they wanted to talk about attendance last night because they couldn't talk about the game. And so when you get to that point where they're just trying to find any and everything to try to nitpick this woman and try to diminish this woman, there are gonna be people that are gonna be uptight and be overcorrection for the BS that they have to deal with day in and day out. And it does become draining and overwhelming as a basketball fan, because it's not about basketball anymore. It's not about
hey. I'll get into it with him. You're not gonna win that, because again, they don't like, if you don't like what someone is about, if you are trying to diminish someone's star power, they have so much going on. It's easy to nitpick because everything they do is in the spotlight. So you'll never win those battles. You'll never win those battles because you're not going to change their mind. You're not going to stop them from saying what they're saying. You're literally like, I've been in these YouTube streets for 7 months. Every time I hear people talk about it, we're literally just talking in circles. It's back. It goes from point A to point B to point C, back to point A. We're literally just talking in circles about it. So I that's why I try to do a good job at bringing in the basketball context, because they play basketball. Yep. And I don't want to be another voice feeding into, because I do got a big platform. I don't want to be another voice feeding into all of the narratives, because the more voices feed into it, the louder it gets. You get what I'm saying? Because now another voice comes into it, and then they get mentioned, and then they get mentioned, and their context get mentioned, because everybody want to bring context into it. So I commend those who do it. I can't do it, because there's people that be hitting me up. And the reason I'm having this conversation, because there's people that hit me up and be like, "So, why you ain't say this about Angel Reese, or why you ain't make this video?" I'd be like, "Go look at my channel and tell me when I've ever done that." That's why I'm really, because people really be hitting me up and be like, "So, you got a voice. You a former athlete. Why you ain't speak on this or speak on that?" People be emailing me, hitting me up on Instagram, even in my chat. Sometimes they'll be saying it. Look at my channel and tell me when you've ever seen me do breaking news, when you've ever seen me talk about the other side. I don't even mention the other side. I call them the other side.
Yeah. But
because I don't want to feed into it.
But this is what I'm saying. Your channel is your channel. Your channel is film breakdown. That's all you do. That's all you care about. That's what you have a passion for. And you might occasionally interview, like, I guess you had a high school team that won a championship or something like that. You had like some women's team that won a championship, or
Louisiana championship.
So like I said, so that's your channel basically is a film breakdown channel, and you'll highlight positive things in the community. And then there's other channels that they start to become a breakdown channel as well, but then they also highlight the Angel Reese gossip of it all. But it's room for everybody. Everybody have a different dynamic what they bring to the table, but everybody's needed and everybody is respected. Everybody's important. And so that's why when you break down your stuff, I come over here. But then when there's other people that have the gossip stuff, I go over there. And I try to keep it separate based on what the channel is, what the mission statement of the channel is about. Your mission statement of your channel is film and film only. And that's great. So we keep it on film. But when it's other channels, when it's the gossip part, that's when we keep it on the gossip. So like I say, everybody have their own specialty. Everybody have their own niche. Everybody just get along and keep it positive, especially when everybody on the same team when it comes to this Angel Reese content.
Yeah, and that'd be the crazy thing, like be on the same team, but understand what that comes with, and understand what's the context and the in-betweens of that. That's why I'm saying, let's stop getting caught up in the article with Annie Costable because she want clicks and she want views and she want her name. Look, Annie Costable wants to be the WNBA Woj. Like, she wants to be Woj. Yeah. If you watch how she operates, she really wants to be Woj. Mm-hmm. She wants to be, because the WNBA actually doesn't have a real figurehead when it comes to reporting. It's like all over the place. Like, this person does this person with this team. They don't really have a mainstream figurehead. And that's what she's trying to become. Like, she's even been on ESPN. I never seen her on ESPN. Mm-mm. So she's trying to become that. So she gonna do things that gets all of fan bases looking. And what gets all of fan bases looking right now? Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese stuff. That's why I don't want to feed into it because I know what she's trying to do. I don't even think if you put her to a lie detector test, she even cares. She knows what's going to get her seen by all fan bases and by mainstream media. So she's feeding into it. I don't think she cares one way or the other, but she knows what narrative needs to be. Look, you got to play the game if you're going to be in the room.
That's true.
Other than that, you're going to just be at the door with your hand in your pocket. They ain't going to let you in. You got to play the game to be in the room.
I think the difference between NBA and WNBA really became popular like a rebirth because of injuries to Caitlin Clark last year. So there's no structure. That's why there's not a Woj. There's not a Brian Windhorst. People, credible journalists that really keep the main thing the main thing. I think the WNBA is still trying to figure that part out. Because like I said before then, let's be fair. There was a lot of activists that was like spokesmen of the WNBA, but no real reporters. And so because of last year, and because there's no structure, everybody trying to find a place. And so there's no how I can say there's no rule of how we can keep things into perspective. They just trying to figure out everything as it goes along. And because of the social media aspect of it, they try to write their articles based on social media clicks instead of journalistic integrity, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. But again, as you know, as people of the complexion, we gotta make sure it's weird to say it because sometimes it's hard to do it, and sometimes we're tired of doing it. But as a community, we gotta be bigger than the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta find a way to have a better approach to the problem, and sometimes it takes patience. Like it's a weird position. It's a very weird position to be in. It's a very weird position to be in. It's a very weird position. Again, I mean, it's basketball, man. It was meant to bring people together. You know what I'm saying? It's look. The more this, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was having this conversation with my homeboy the other day. The more this goes on, the more I don't even want to do this no more. Like it's just being on the outside looking in is draining. Like I'm losing the love of doing the breakdowns because it got one side that gets tired of Angel Reese hate, so they only want to hear the positives. Then you got the other side who don't want to hear the positives and only want to hear what she needs to work on in the negatives. So when I do film breakdowns, it's like pulling teeth with the audience, man. Film breakdown was meant to look at the game, see what you need to fix and what you can do that carries you throughout the season. People think film breakdown is a highlight reel. It's literally called a highlight reel for a reason. If y'all want to come to my channel and just see Angel Reese make good passes, play good defense, and make a layup, go watch a highlight reel. If you want to really understand and learn basketball, come watch a film study. And it's like pulling teeth. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I would say this because I know you got to move on and you got to do other things. But first of all, don't let nobody ever take your joy. If this is something that you love to do it and do it to the best of your abilities. People who gonna get it, get it. People who don't get it, hell with them. They just be left at the bus stop. That's the only thing you can tell them. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the community being on the same page, everybody got to leave their ego at the door. So if there's any issues, there's any hurt feelings or misunderstandings, I think everybody on this side, the Angel Reese side, need to have a conversation, need to have a talk, get everything straightened out, and then at the end of the day, even if you don't like each other, just respect each other. And that way, we all know that we're on the same page, that we all want to win, doing the same thing that brings us joy in life. Because we like watching all of you. And it shouldn't be battle lines with, okay, if we watch this person, we can't watch this person. If we come over here, we can't come over there. If we all supposed to be on the same team, then we need the content creators to have the conversation and get together and be on the same page and keep the egos out of it and be the grown men that we are capable of being. Because like I said, we look to y'all, you know what I'm saying, for our news and our excitement and joy and stuff like that. When I come home from work, the first thing I do is run to the computer because I just want to see if somebody live. Because like I said, I love what y'all be doing here. And so I hate the discord that is going on currently. So I hope everybody could just have a conversation. It don't have to be publicly. It could be behind the scenes. But everybody just need to have a conversation and come to a resolution where everybody could coexist and everybody can win and all of us could roll in the same direction together.
It's crazy. Look. That right there is crazy. Woman. Look, I don't like to speak on other people, but I'll speak on me. I don't know what nobody else, and let's keep it just in our like Angel Reese fan base community. I don't know what and nobody else is thinking. I don't know how nobody else views life. I know how I view life. I view life in a togetherness way. I've literally, like, again, a lot of people don't understand my personality. When I'm doing film breakdown or I'm behind this microphone, even if I'm on somebody else's panel, I get back into sports mode. I get animated. I start telling you, you don't know what you're talking about. I start telling you, you about to get cooked. It's just sports talk. I feel like I'm back on the court. But anybody, you can ask anybody who on Star Hoop Central with me, ask Key, ask Showtime, ask HD. When they talk to me offline, I'm a totally different person. And a lot of people don't talk to me offline, so they don't get that side. And I understand it. That's why I don't take it no kind of way. I understand it. That's why I don't take it no kind of way. Because I love sports that much that I feel like I'm back on the court. It's like I'm in nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? When I'm talking sports, I'm in nostalgia mode. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing is, people always think I'm taking shots at them. I just talk noise. I'm not directing no shot at nobody. Sometimes I might say something and you might feel like you just did a video and it probably correlated to something you said. I literally just talk noise. That's literally, I'm an athlete. A lot of people keep forgetting that nuanced part of it. I am an athlete. I'm not a first all content creator. I don't even do breaking news stuff because I'm an athlete. I don't even know how to approach the world that way because I think it's all nonsense. I literally didn't say it the whole time I've been up. I think all that's nonsense. I literally just talk basketball. I don't make videos talking about nobody. I don't call nobody out. And when I talk noise, for some reason, somebody always think I'm talking about them. And this is the crazy thing. This is what my mom always told me. Don't pay attention to what people say. Pay attention to what they do. You can go ask every content creator. Some of them probably in my chat right now. I done sent super chats to everybody's channel before just because. I've never even been on some people's panels. And I've sent them super chats. I don't got hate against nobody. Yes, I talk noise. If you got a problem with me talking noise while we're discussing sports, that's a mentality problem for you, not me. We're talking sports. I didn't call your wife a HOE. I didn't tell you you broke. I didn't tell you you a scrub. I didn't tell you you got no friends. I didn't tell you you live in a hut. I said you can't see me when it comes to talking sports. If you feel some kind of way about that, that's the problem with you. We're talking sports. This isn't politics. We're not making no laws up. I've literally supported everybody in Angel Reese channel. Cess, Keisha, KSAP, HD, Showtime. I'm saying all key. Anybody who gets super chat who supports Angel Reese, and people in this chat who done been on their channels can I done send super chats around the Angel Reese community. Because guess what? Basketball paid me well. I got no problem putting money back into anything dedicated to Angel Reese. And that's the part people miss about me. They worry about all the other hoopla, but they don't worry about all the stuff that I actually do. They pay more attention to what I say than what I do. They judge me off of what I say and not what I do.
I would say this, Prince. You right. Somebody shouldn't just highlight whatever they perceive as a negative. They should highlight the positives as well. It should be a balance. But sometimes it takes a conversation. You or whoever y'all feel like that's not on the same page, let's have a conversation. It don't hurt to have a conversation behind the scenes where everybody could be on the same page. Because a lot of this stuff is misunderstandings, to be honest with you, in my opinion. A lot of this stuff is very misunderstandings. And a conversation can smooth over a lot of these hurt feelings or misconstructions or criticisms or even misunderstandings from either part or either side, in my opinion. And also, what I want to say to you is, if you know you that type of person that very animated, sometimes just like you gave me a disclaimer before I came up here, give whatever chat you go into a disclaimer, say, hey, if I talk a certain way, don't take it personally. I'm just an athlete. This is how I talk. And then go from there. And that way, if they still take offense to that, then that's on them because you did give a disclaimer, so they shouldn't take it personally. But if you don't give a disclaimer and then you just, you do your basketball taste and they don't understand the mentality that you have, then they're going to take it the wrong way because they don't know who you are. That's why sometimes you have to give a disclaimer to let people know, hey, this is how I am. This is the way I approach things. Don't take it personally. Don't take it like I'm downgrading or dismissing you or disrespecting you. I just love basketball and I love having the basketball conversation with a passion that you might not have the same way because, like I said, we come from two different worlds. If that makes sense.
That don't make sense.
Okay.
Because it ain't like I got a small channel. I got almost 4,000 subscribers.
Yes.
If you don't know how I talk by now, that's a you problem. I see if you just got on YouTube. If you don't know how I talk by now, that's a you problem. If you haven't watched one of my videos and don't understand I'm animated, that's a you problem. At the end of the day, look, I never knew being animated when you talk. I never knew being passionate about sports. I never knew having a friendly back and forward. Pay attention to this, Duvall. Have you ever heard me actually curse?
No.
Think about this. How animated I am. Have you ever heard me say a curse word?
No.
Think about it. Really think about that. Something you never noticed before.
No, I never heard you curse. I rarely curse either, unless I'm pissed off. If I curse, that means I'm ready to fight you, to be honest with you. But if not, I try to respect other people's channels, especially because I'm a guest at everybody's channel. So I try to keep that on a respect level, even if I feel offended. But at the end of the day, you talking passion towards me, I understand you, Prince. Because like I said, I've been in your world. I maybe ain't never been to the heights that you've been, but I understand your mindset. But there's some people that might not been in your type of world, so they're not going to understand that. Even if you have 4,000 subscribers or you have 4 million subscribers, they might not understand that initially. So that's why sometimes a disclaimer to that person needs to be had so they won't take it personally. Because like I said, again, you got to understand, you're an athlete, so you coming from an athlete standpoint. So other people are civilians, so they're coming from a civilian standpoint. And these civilians, a lot of times, been through trauma and everything else. So little things could trigger them. And that just, like I said, that just not only towards you, but towards anybody else. So I just think communication and transparency need to be key for everyone. Not just you, every content creator that feels some type of way. Communication and transparency need to be key so everybody could be on the same page. So
Hey,
everybody could
look,
know.
Duval. There's been people that have called me and was like, "Man, what's going on with you and this person? Or what's going on with this?" I'll be like, when I get off of YouTube, nothing that happened on YouTube affects me. I don't go have side conversation. I ain't calling nobody up saying, "Man, guess what happened on YouTube today?" None of that's happening. You can ask any of my. I let my homeboys come on here. They'll tell you. They don't even know I be beefing on YouTube. I'm not even technically because I'm not. People be calling me, be like, "Well, what's going on with you and this person?" I'll be like, "Man, they beefing with themselves. They using me as an imaginary beef to make themselves feel bigger or feel good." I don't look here, man. Look here, man. Look here, man. Look here, man. Look here. I'm too well off, man. Look, I'm too Duval. I'm literally too well off to be beefing with anybody. Anybody. I'm too well off to be beefing with anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in this chat who know me offline, I'm just too well off, Duval. I'm sorry. That's why when people be like, man, they beefing with themselves. Because you can't go find one video where my whole video is catered to somebody hating on me or somebody feeling like I don't like them. Man, I make basketball content. I don't get involved in all of that. I'm too well off. Anybody could tell you if you hit me up, even if you might be feeling like we at odds about something, if you hit me up, I'm gonna answer the phone. Ask anybody that got a YouTube channel that's reached out to me and tried to call me, hit me up on Instagram. I will literally answer the phone because I don't got beef with nobody. I hate that I got to even have these conversations. I want to do basketball content. I want to be animated. I want to talk noise. But at the end of the day, I just want to talk sports.
I get that. And that's why when you say that you don't have no beef with nobody and the other side feel otherwise, that's why
I don't even know who the other side is. I don't even want to say other side. I don't even know if there's somebody out there.
Yeah, I'm saying whoever.
Look, I'm going to put this disclaimer there. If there's somebody out there that feel like me and them are beefing, you're beefing with yourself.
If that's the case, I hope there's conversations that could be had so everybody could be at peace with one another. If there's somebody beef with you, or if you beef with somebody else, or if there's no beef at all, if there's misunderstandings, everybody need to have a conversation so we could all be at peace with each other. Because, like I said,
but Duval, you're missing the whole point. I don't need to have conversations with nobody. If you're beefing with me, you're beefing with yourself because you don't like that I'm animated. You're beefing with yourself because you don't like that I talk noise. I don't need to have a conversation about my personality. That's the point I'm trying to explain here.
Yeah.
I don't need to have a conversation.
Okay. I respect it.
You're beefing with yourself. Look. When I talk noise, I would respect a person more if they say, "Let's go get on the court and show me." Not go coward behind a group of people and say, "Zoe think he better than us." I don't respect people like that. I'll respect the person that in the moment, don't go run to a fan base and try to get everybody on your side or create fake narratives. I'll respect the person because now you're beefing with yourself. That's what I mean. You're beefing with yourself now. But if I get on a panel or if I'm talking to somebody in the chat and I say, "You can't see me," and they say, "Prove it," I respect them more because now I got to go prove it. Now I got to go get my LeBrons out the closet, my LeBron 13s out the closet and tie them up, go get my knee pad because you know I'm old now. I get that knee brace and I'll meet you when you come fly to Houston and I'll fly you to Houston and we can play one-on-one live. That's the people that's how the conversation should be. It shouldn't be You get off alive and go run into a group and say Prince that because he played basketball, he better. All he do is get on the stream and yell. Do something about it. It's sports. We're talking sports. Or I would even respect the person more. Well, Zoe, I ain't good at basketball. Let's have a debate on a topic.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Just everybody different. Everybody personality different. Everybody.
Man, well, they need to get off of YouTube or stay in their lane and stop worrying about what I'm doing. If they personality, why you covering sports then?
Like I say, everybody different, my
We'll
brother.
cover politics where everybody got to be soft tone and shake hands. Why you covering sports then?
Because I think
the crazy thing is, people be worrying about me. My chat be more reckless than I be. My chat be reckless, and I love it. It's sports. I want my chat to talk noise. You've never heard me tell my chat to calm down. My chat, look, that's why I love my subscribers. They be going at it in the chat, and I love it. This is sports, man. This is sports. We're not out here doing nothing illegal. This is supposed to be fun, noise talking, YouTube, just having nostalgia about the game, talking about the game. Man, this is sports, man.
Yeah.
When did this become kumbayas? Like, this is sports, man.
But you're approaching it like a basketball player. You're approaching it like a competitor.
I'm approaching it like sports.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But everybody don't approach it like the way you approach it. So that's why they take it the wrong way.
Tell them go do politics then. Tell them go talk about the lawn care service down the street. Tell them go do some infomercials.
I feel you, my brother. Like I love your channel. I love who you are. Like I said, I don't want you to change for me. Like I said, I
don't got no problem with nobody, man. Like they beef. I swear. Anybody out there who's listening, if you think I got something against you, your whole ideology is wrong. I am the most look, I can say this because I'm real passionate about this. I am real passionate about coming off genuine, being myself, caring for other people, and just having a positive attitude. Like I'm real passionate about being that type of person.
Yeah, you do.
Like that's why I said anybody who's ever talked to me offline, I swear, they'll tell anybody who got a YouTube channel that's talked to me offline, they'll tell you, man, Zoe is the coolest dude you'll ever have a conversation with offline.
Yeah, you pay people rent every month, right?
Not that. I'm talking about like content creator, people that do YouTube.
Oh, okay.
That's I don't like to talk about that stuff. Like that is what it is. That's a blessing to other people. That ain't got nothing to do with me. God bless me, so I bless other people. I'm talking about like personality wise with like content creators that got YouTube channels that I done had conversations with offline. They'll tell you Zoe might be animated behind that microphone, but when we have conversations, he mellow tone, he cool. Zoe no business. I ask Zoe a question, he gonna answer it honestly. He gonna give me the real. He ain't gonna sugarcoat. He ain't gonna overtalk me. Like they'll tell you that. Look, Duvall, I'm the coolest dude, man. I swear, Duvall. Like I'm the coolest, one of the coolest dudes you'll ever meet. And I can say that because that's something I pride myself on being. I don't pride myself on being the best basketball player. I don't pride myself on being a guy who well off. I don't pride myself on being better than. I pride myself on being a cool person, a relatable person. Mm-hmm. That's what I pride myself on. All that other fluff, that's just YouTube fluff. Yeah. That's just sports content. Offline, you offline, I'm different, man. What happened to Tulip?
Now that's my girl. Something? Me and Tulip, we fight in chat together. Now we got beef.
No, they're saying like prayers to Tulip. Hey Tulip, what happened? What I missed? Because Tulip, you know you're faithful around here. I want to make sure I'm doing my part.
I love Tulip.
What I missed with Tulip?
I send my condolences on. I guess somebody passed in our family. Send my condolences to you and your family on Tulip Plays. You you always been great to me, and I love you, and thank you for everything. So,
Oh, sorry for that, Tulip. Sorry for that, Tulip. Look. That's can be this can be draining. Look, sorry for that, Tulip.
and so like
Sorry,
that's why
sorry
like
for
stuff
that,
like
Tulip.
that, like what Tula going through. I just want my
Yeah,
YouTube brothers to get together and whatever could
yeah,
be
yeah,
straightened
yeah.
out, get straightened out. Because like I said, we was all happy together. Like I said, I love your channel. I love my brother K South channel. I love my sister Cut the Edge channel. My brother Club
I gotta go though, man. I gotta go though, man. Y'all be cool.
Yeah.
Keisha, we can never beef. You from Louisiana, man. Keisha, we can never be. Keisha, you all good in my book. But I gotta go. Y'all
But
be
yeah,
cool.
go ahead. Go, do your thing.
All
I
right.
mean
Y'all
to
be cool.
throw you in, y'all, but I appreciate you having me on your platform.
All right.
All right, see you, brother.
iamzomedia, where the passion collide. Spotlight the hustle, bring the grind worldwide. From interviews to moves, the game's in my scope. Showcasing the greatness, inspiring hope. She cross up defender, step back, that's clean. Highlight moments, blowing up the whole scene. From buzzer beaters, the teamwork extreme. The beauty of the game, living out the dream. I break it all down, every pick, every roll. From the layups to the swishes, every hoop, every goal. Got the mic in my hand, got the stats in my soul. Women's basketball shining, that's the ultimate role. From legends of the past.